How's everyone doing out there? Woo-wee! Just in time. Oh, damn. Well, I didn't open up my beer. Oh, damn. I didn't open up now. Now it's trouble. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the Gaming Grind House. Oh, yeah. Anyway, there's my reverb. What is up, everybody? Yep, we are the Gaming Grindhouse. Yeah, it is not Monday night. It is Tuesday night, but I was away yesterday, and I couldn't get back to do the show. So sorry, everybody, for not having the Monday night show, but I've packed up a good list for you for this evening. Frog's will be on his way in here, and any other guests that come winding in on the Grindhouse. Dave, shout out to you. David Faulkner, we're going to try to get him on the show pretty soon. I had him set up for last night for David to come on from the the Company of Gamers podcast. Shout out to Wooly and Miss Wooly from the Saltiest podcast. Good luck to him, and I'm sure he'll be back doing this thing. But look out to him. But David Faulkner was on there, and I'll try to get him on the show next week or in the next coming weeks as well. But anyway, shout out to Salty too being back. I was good to be back on the Saltiest podcast on Thursday night. It was fire, baby. And I'm glad to be back on that. And glad to be back here in the Grindhouse by the comfort of the burning flames. Telling me it's okay. Uh-huh. And we got a super chat of the first super chat of the Grinds evening goes to Twisted Sync with the 5. And he says, oh, man. And he does it all caps. So you know what happens when it's all caps. There we go. Little punch. What are we doing here, Microsoft? What are we doing here? Put them in the bathrooms. 30% down. What are we doing here? It's good. What are we doing here? Thank you, Twisted Sync, for that awesome super chat. Oh, man. What's up, Thrifty? How you doing, man? Shout out to all the grinders coming in. The Claymores, Just Wait, Craig, Dog Zone, True Witty, how's you doing? 8K, thank you for sharing it out. I saw you on the Twitters. Thank you. 8K Dual Sensible. Nick. Andy NG. Mariano, what's up? How's everybody doing? Ron M, what's up? How you doing? Zero Steel. Social Joins. What's up, Social Joins? How you doing? Sergeant, hit that like button. That's right, man. Hit that like button because you see the list here. Dude, I don't even know if I'm going to get through everything. I don't even know if we're going to do it all. Well, we'll see. I bet you I can do it all. We can do it all. That's kind of be good. Hit that like button. Brian East, how you doing? How you doing? Shout out. You know what? Why not? Why not? We're shouting out all the grinders. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, making that noise. I tell you, Mr. Holtz, I tell you, he is the noisy neighbor next door, partying all night long. Oh, damn, Mr. Holtz with the VIPs. Holy crap, look at this. Look at this. We got new VIP grinders. Holy crap, the Claymores just gave 5 gifted memberships, opening up the Grindhouse doors to party with Mr. Herman Holtz with the quality splits. And actually, while Mr. Herman Holtz is celebrating the VIPs doing the quality splits, I'm going to open up my beer. We're drinking some nice lager this evening. Shout out to you, Mr. Herman Holtz, for serving nice draft beer for everybody in the VIP Grindhouse. And shout out to all the 5 gifted members Coming on in, the Gifted Grindhouse. Oh, baby. Shout out it. Josh is became a VIP. Blood Hog became a VIP. Ancient Runes Discovery, a VIP. Thrifty, eat up the thrifts. VIP. Oh, baby. Thank you so much, Claymore. Awesome. Thank you so much for the VIPs. Shout out to you. Get the party in here with Herman Holtz. Let me open up my beer. Oh, man. Mr. Herman Holtz. Rocking that crowd. Open up my beer. Oh, man. I dropped it. Oh, shit. Holy crap. Oh, man. Shout out to all the VIPs. You want to be a VIP? You can get gifted one or hit that join button. And they have the VIPs, and we always reach out to VIPs to ask them what grinds their gears. And they get shout-outs on the show with the grinds their gears. Get that emote, man. Phil spent the $70 billion tomorrow. Tomorrow. Here it comes. Oh, man. Anyway. Back to the grind house. Herman. Herman. Turn it down, Herman. Damn, I can't get this title screen on. Oh, my God. This is chaos. This is goddamn chaos over here. Herman. Herman. All right. Woo! My God. Oh, my goodness. Shout out. Herman Holtz and the VIPs, man. Partying all night. Dude, I broke my freaking beer bottle. Holy crap. I don't think I can drink this now. I'll be drinking glass. Now, I'm going to have to do this sober. Well, who knows? I got to be coordinated to get my grinds board ready. Thrifted PS Gamer Reviews. He says, I can't gift memberships through phone, but here you go. Let's go. Thank you, Gifted. Shout out to you. Tomorrow is the biggest day in Xbox gaming. Oh my, yeah, it is. Oh my goodness. It is the day of days. Is it a game? No. Is it a new feature for the console? No. Is it Phil Spencer taking a dump? Nah. Instead, it is the CMA gives their concessions and probably either approves or denies the deal. Yeah. Such an exciting day for all our wannabe Twitter lawyers out there. Can't wait. Can't wait. So, anyway, enough of the crickets. But yes, that's one of the topics there. It's very sad. I'll salvage it. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna check out the glass. Hold on, make sure there's no glass in here. That's all right. A little glass didn't hurt anybody. We'll give you some grind out sound effects. Pour the beer in there. Make sure this. I saved it. Get a little glass. That's all right. So, oh man. So let's go through these. Let's start with these topics. Shout out to VIPs. We just partied. Let's see. All right. I want to put the light on too. I gotta put my light on here. Woo! Who knows? Oh man. Concession. All right. First, let's talk about goddamn some great games. You know, we just partied with Herman Oates, and you talked about the quality. Dude, no, please, Nick, don't. Oh no. I don't know, I feel weird. Anyway. So, yes, glorious day tomorrow. So, anyway, we're going to go first topic. Horizon. Burning Shores. So I've been playing Burning Shores. You saw me stream on the Grindhouse last week. Playing it. My gosh. You saw me take on the two bosses. They throw things at you like crazy. Over there. on that. Man, I fought the frogs. I fought frogs over there. Hold on, let me get my Oop. Where's my thing? Oh shit, there we go. There it is. Let's show some of that gameplay. Some quality games. Let's show it right here. There's some quality games.
You just made the list.
It doesn't look that great over there. Welcome, impatient VIP grinder. Man, you bought a party. Everybody wants to play with Herman Holst. And the quality. Let's get some of that display. So yeah, so I've been playing some of this. I played about another few more hours of what happened to where's my oh goodness gracious. Why is my display caption not coming up? Hold the phone, grinders. We're in trouble here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so Burning Shores, man, absolutely incredible. Incredible. It looks cleaner than the main game, and especially in performance mode, because, you know, this game runs at, don't tell anybody, this game runs at 60 frames per second, okay? It's all a little secret. All right, just make sure nobody knows. It's all a little secret, okay? This plays at 60 frames. Something that looks like this plays at 60 frames per second. Just let everybody know out there. Yeah, 60 frames, but, you know, yeah. Incredible. Dude, they throw bosses. I suggest everybody, you know, actually, that's what I did. I went back and grinded some levels, dude, to get some weapons and to get some levels and some skills before I went back into it. Because they throw you right at some big-ass bosses. You fought frogs. I fought a goddamn, another thing, the sentinel thing. It was crazy. They can't hear me yet. Yeah. But yeah, so like I'm telling you, man, it is incredible. $20. You gotta be kidding me. And dude, this is like I'm telling it is magic what they do. There are so many times that you're just running around in this game and you're just like looking at the light coming through the trees, looking at just the stuff that's going on. And this is streamed. This is not even like, and I told you I played this on the big ass screen. So I play this on a 100-inch screen there. So 4K, like all the details and stuff are like on my wall. And absolutely incredible. And I love that they're supporting their IP with DLC. You know, they did it with the first game. Just adding more to it. You know, there was still so much more to the world that I didn't even realize. A lot of missions in the West that I didn't even do after I finished the game. And get you back into it. It gets you back into, you know, the character, back into the world. And what's crazy is that everybody knows what happened at the end of the game. So, like, people are referring to that stuff. So, like, it really is something that just adds more. And yet today, or was it today or yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday. There's some movement around the Horizon Studios where Guerrilla, where actually the person who was it again? It was the hold on, let me you know what? Let me pull this over here. So their studio, who was it? Their studio, just like Zubi. So yeah, their studio director and executive producer Angie Smets is starting a new role, not with a new studio, a new company, as head of development strategy at PlayStation Studios. So if you remember, Guerrilla is where Quality Splits Herman Holtz is from. Quality Splits, he was promoted to head of all first-party gaming, like sort of like what Booty is, came from Guerrilla after Killzone and moving into Horizon. Now, they took another studio head from Guerrilla and now made her head of development strategy at PlayStation. So, oh baby. They're using that Guerrilla Studios like the testing ground, dude. Herman Holtz put in a quality team, a quality splits. He's like, my legs hurt from splitting. I need somebody to do some splits. So, I tell you, man. And that's why I always say, when you look at where like Herman Holtz came from, the coming off of Horizon Forbidden West, that's where Herman Holtz came from, right? And then started leading the studios. The quality that he had and he saw in Horizon, now he's showing that amongst all the other studios. He's holding the other studios to that standard, right? That's why I always compare it to Matt Booty, who came from Minecraft, or Mojang, who really didn't have to prove themselves and make new IPs and even make games. Dude was just overseeing Minecraft. And now he's the overhead to all their first-party studios. You see the pedigree here. You know, you want a war-tested person to lead you to the championship, or you want somebody who was the water boy and just kept the team hydrated, leading the team. Nah, man. And that's the difference. And you see it in the production of the studios. You see the quality across all of them. Because they did this. And you see, I don't want to get in anybody's way. Make sure I don't get in the way. Scope it down. Just keeping everybody happy. Yeah, that's the dude who ran Minecraft and Mojang. That's his approach. I just don't want to get in Bonnie's way. 2 sugars, creams, extra foam. I'm not getting in anybody's way. Herman Holtz goes in there. The quality flipped over the table. Get your ass here. You're working Saturday and Sunday. I want quality splits every day. That's why he rides on a yacht. And that's the difference. Now, they plucked another one from the studios. So we'll see what she has. A development strategy. Oh, head of development. Oh, baby. All I know is Sony. And now that goes along the lines of what they're doing over there. They're really, really building. And this is the one thing that's very interesting. Like we saw that they bought Firewalk, right? Last week, they bought them. They bought them. They're built of like Bungie, Call of Duty devs, first-person shooters. And they're making a multiplayer game, right? Sony's building. They got Jade Raymond. Like in these couple of years, that Microsoft's been making a lot of headway in this kind of like buying publishers and stuff, and just buying studios. Sony has been slightly maneuvering around. One of the biggest moves they did was putting Shuhei on indie games. Look at the quality of the indie games that they've been identifying. Shuhei got that eye, man. He won the awards. Finally, somebody deserving of an award. Not somebody who sings Kumbaya and doesn't do anything for his company winning an award. Somebody who actually bringing games to a platform is winning gaming awards. Wow, who would have thought that? Shuhei he has the eye, man. He saw that Stray. He saw that Kana. He saw that stuff. Holy damn, Frog's coming out of my computer. Scared the hell out of me. Holy crap. Wait, I got to move you over here. Holy crap, Frog just came out of my computers. Oh, hold on. I got to fix your thing here. Hold on. Hold the phone. No, I got to move your audio because you sounded like you're coming out of my computer. Hold on. I got you here. There we go. All right, I got you in the ear.
I'm joining through the PlayStation Discord using the feature as
What's up? Yeah, sure I was just talking about how
it's been working.
Guerrilla, they plucked the studio director and executive producer now is moving to head of development strategy at PlayStation Studios from the Guerrilla team. So I've been saying how they've been building.
Here we go. Here we go again.
Mm-hmm. They're building, dude. They're moving stuff around, man. They're really locking down some like strategy right now in studio and game development, and they've been quiet too. Like they haven't really shown us they've been working on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're moving some people around, dude. But we'll see what it amounts to. It's just another quality, coming off of Horizon. Coming off of, and you played it, Frog. You're playing the Burning Shores. You didn't get to it yet, right?
No, I didn't get to it yet. Yeah, I'm still beating the regular game. Yeah. I'm a little disappointed that people are spoiling it for others. I think that's you have to nowadays. I kind of feel like if you want to play something you're really interested, you have to basically stay away from Twitter, and you have to block out keywords. It's sad that you have to do that, But in this day and age, you have to. Not even a day into the DLC, people are just telling the ending, spoiling it, and you know what's so sad about it? It's people that don't even play the game. They're not on a PlayStation console. They're just doing it just to fanboy on. And I can't fucking. Anytime I see anybody do anything like that, I immediately block them.
Yeah, I know.
And they probably, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't usually block people unless it's something heinous. But I know there are people who are wondering, like, why the hell does this guy block me? I've never talked to him. I've never said anything because you're doing stupid shit like spoiling games.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's ridiculous. Like, the DLC wasn't even out like a day, and these guys that don't own PlayStations, aren't gonna play it or spoiling it just to spoil it. And I was like, you know what? Get a life. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Not only are they spoiling it, I'm not going to spoil it, but not only spoiling it, they're not even telling the whole story because the spoiler they're saying, there's options to the spoiler.
Yeah.
You don't have to do exactly what they're saying the spoiler is. There's options. So what are we doing here? We're not telling the whole story. I think that CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all these fucking bad journalists have shown these people how bad journalists because they'll give you half the story and tell you, look at this ending. They're pandering, they're doing it. I'm like, well, that's not the whole story because if you read the whole story, that you're not telling people, oh, there are options.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's not even like a story beat. Like it's not.
No,
even, it has nothing to
it's
do
not even
with the machines.
Thank
it has
you.
Nothing
there
to do
you go.
with the story elements from the game. Yo, I'm zooming in right here.
It has
on her
nothing
eyeball.
to do with nothing.
Look at this game. Look at the you could zoom. I was saying this during the stream. You could zoom in on her eyelash on the eyeball and then pull all the way back.
Exactly. Why aren't we talking about how cheap? Number one, how cheap this DLC was.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you gotta beat the. Let's talk about how cheap this DLC is and how well this DLC was.
Yeah.
How much better it looks than the regular base game because it's only on this gen's console. We're not talking about that. We rather talk about spoilers and pandering, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. This is why I can't stand it.
It's like the thing is like, look at the thing is that it's the technical marvel of this game, and it is incredible that they're able to deliver this at this kind of detail. And you're right, the price thing. Oh, they said there's an echo. Hold on, there's an echo here. Wait, echo.
Wait, who? Is it coming from me or?
I don't hear an echo. Is there an echo? Yeah, you're coming out of one spot there, so I don't know. Like, let me hear.
Wait, is it me? I'm trying to make sure it's not me.
Yeah, no, I don't hear an echo, but I see.
I don't hear echo either. Spot. I just want to make sure that I'm on PlayStation. And
game's graphics, dude. No, you look at the combat. You look at like what you're fighting. Like here we go. Like look at like you got your story elements. You go right on up. Nobody told me about you could do the boat. You know what I mean? You didn't have a boat in the first of the game. Frogs is fine. I'm echoing. No echo. Okay. Oh, when Frogs joined, because he came out of the other thing. Oh, Frogs are a lot louder than me. Okay, hold on. We're gonna fix that. We'll make that go there.
All right. Here we go. I rejoined just to see if it was me.
All right. Now I think we're both enough now. There we go. So, but yeah, like the thing is the lava as like there's so many elements here with additions that they added to the game with the lava elements, the clouds, the traversal with the with the boat and stuff like that, and then just the different enemies and stuff like that. The combat,
but people are focusing on the wrong thing. Yeah, they're focusing on the wrong thing.
You want to see crazy stuff? Like, watch this thing. Watch how this fight changes from the... First off, look at these. This is your NPC or your sidekick. You want to see graphics? Watch. I zoom in right on the faces. And, photo modes, I think, are very telling because photo modes then let you appreciate more of the game because you're not just running through environments. You can actually zoom in on NPCs, side characters, environmental things, and see the detail that they've put in this. Like, look at this. I took a picture. I shared this on Twitter. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, it is incredible. So I take this picture. But then the thing is like, the, wait, I get it in focus here. Like, it's just absolutely incredible. liquid hot magma. The void. It's just insane. Like the details are like insane. But like, look at this fight here. Watch how the dynamic changes at nighttime and daytime. So like, this is at night. Look at all the lighting and everything like that. The glowing structures, the headlights on the enemies, things like that. Like, it's such a different take. And then you see it in the daytime and it's different. And it's such a crazy thing. Like when you're fighting this stuff at night. Where's the combat at night? Here we go. Like, look at this. All the lights and stuff like that. Like, this is all dynamic based on the time and day. I know I got to upgrade my weapons. I was upgrading my pouches. Everybody made fun of me. I didn't have my pouch upgraded. I upgraded my pouches. Yes, I went back, did some grinding. Yeah, dude, like this is during the nighttime. This guy's all over the goddamn place. It's crazy. Look at the lighting of this, everything. Like, just it has almost that Mass Effect type feel of like just the lights, that sci-fi look, right? And it's just incredible. I just want to wait till more, more dynamic aspects come in. But this is like the marvel of this game. It's combat. It's not just the graphics. It's not the darkness. Just wait. It's look at all the lighting on the creatures and stuff like that. Like the light, the way they have their like headlights on, or they're doing things. It's pretty crazy. I didn't upgrade my pouches. I was so good, I didn't need my pouches upgraded. This frog was going all over the place. Then I fought him in the daytime. Then we went like the dusk time. It's crazy. But I'm telling you, they threw the stuff. I bootleg pouches. That's right. I got the secondhand Phil Ness pouches. But so definitely, man, it's incredible. And been bouncing back and forth from the story, from the DLC to the main campaign. And yeah, it's Horizon. And Frog, I think one of the points you really made was great is that $20. People not, if they said 40, 45, we would have the same people complaining about the picture, complaining about the price. Oh, Sony money gouging. Nobody said anything. I would say that's the best value in gaming right now. $20.
$20 for DLC that we weren't guaranteed. And yes, that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal.
That is a big deal. And $20, and also too, they also have it in their service, so you could play the game. That's not like money had in where you got to buy the game. Oh, you got to buy games now. Buy the game. You could actually get the game in the service. You could play it, and then you could play the DLC, because this game requires the ending of that, and you can do what you want to do.
I think more than anything, that's
customer friendly. Xbox does it. Everybody loves them for it.
This is like, I don't understand why people are complaining. I think I've gotten to the point when I go on Twitter, I get so sick and tired of the fanboying.
No, it's ridiculous.
Like, people don't want to tell the truth, and when you tell them the truth, they want to fanboy. Well, it's gotten to a point where it's not fun anymore. I don't have any interest in it. I just want to talk about the good stuff that's coming out, and if there's something negative, I just want to call it out. But then people really can't see. You can straight tell somebody to their face, "Hey, this is bad," and you can show them. And they will just look at you, and they'll look at you. And they'll tell you, stabbing a person in the heart is okay. It's not bad.
Frog, it's ridiculous. There's
a way to go about stabbing a person in the heart.
You're right.
It's not bad.
Frog, I just saw it.
Stabbing a person in the heart is stabbing a person in the heart.
I just saw it with the financial stuff. Like, people are still
I don't get it, man.
This is a good day. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, my God. Like,
how is it a good day?
It is comical. Like, it is like, you read that, and the only way that you would believe it is if you only follow that person and follow the people who they follow and just live in that bubble. Like it has been like this. Actually, it's been like this where you go online and they go like they shelter. They're like, hey guys, we're okay. After that bad news, we're Redfall. It's like, get back.
You know what, Jez? You know how much I really, and I'm gonna be honest. Like, last generation, I owned, the Switch, and I own, the Wii U, the Switch. I own the series, the Xbox One, the Xbox One X, the PS4, PS4 Pro. I owned everything, and I can say I stayed with the Xbox primarily because I was like, I kept hearing, we're going to get better. We heard your calls. Phil Spencer, we know we have work to do. I stayed with them because I said, let me see. I wasn't sold on Game Pass. That wasn't for me. I just wanted to buy my onesies and twosies here and there. And, I said, man, if Phil Spencer gives me what he's saying, he's promising, then we should be good. It went all into this generation, bought this Xbox One, the Series X, because of Halo. And I said, damn, I beat the game, played it, and there are people I know that talk about and they champion, they cheer for the boxes they sell, say they play on. They haven't even beat Halo. I've seen their achievements. That's what makes me sick
I saw the Forza thing and played.
That's what makes me sick to the stomach.
It's crazy.
These guys.
No, but they tell you it's fine though, Frog. It's fine. All the changes, it's fine. They didn't even play it. They're just saying it's fine to cap.
There's a psychological problem in their brain. They're doing more talking than they're playing. Like my trophy list isn't private. People can see,
mine's not private. Dude, you want to bring up Xbox Live?
And I don't even. It's not even about platinums. I just play a lot of games, and I enjoy the games I play. Some of them I beat, and some of them I drop. But the fact of the matter is, most of these people, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it again. Most of these people who say they're so-called invested in the Xbox and what the Xbox is doing, they didn't even own original Xbox. They didn't even. They were into the 360 era, probably halfway through the gen, and they jumped. And then when they saw what Xbox One was doing, they were like, "Oh crap! Well, we got to keep that same energy." Yeah, they have PS4s, but they play here and there, and their whole thing is they're casual gamers. They play the regular old Madden, the Call of Duties, and FIFAs. And I'm not talking shit about people who play those, but these are the only games they're playing, right? They won't support their games. Now they got Game Pass, and they see a game like Hi-Fi Rush come out, they're still not going to support it. They're not going to buy this game. You know where that game is going to be sold at? On PC. On PC. That's where the game is going to be supported.
There it is. There's my gamer score. Frog, just to go off to your rant, and I know, because when you see, and I think the reason why is that when you see the quality that one is outputting, you would think that somebody would not just sit there and go, no, it's fine over here, and the house is burning down around them. That's why my thumbnail's there. And look, my gamer score is 96,471. These people that have full Xbox YouTube channels got like 29,000 achievements. I'm not an achievement hunter, dude. I got this from having thousands of games, and I want to tell you something else. I haven't played an Xbox game since 2017 on the friggin' Xbox since I got the PlayStation 4 Pro. So this gamer score is basically almost 4 years old. They're like 4 years old. Crazy. I got some achievements from PC gaming, and opening up the app on my phone. But playing hardcore Xbox games, I have stopped on the console in 2018, 2017. That gamer score has been sitting there. So this is not like I'm actively doing anything. That's how dedicated I played everything on Xbox. I was Xbox. You load my avatar, I know. That's why. Phil Spencer.
Then
you know what?
Why.
I show up in people's body chats and think it's Phil.
They wonder why they don't get shit like Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, because you're not going to play or beat that
down,
game.
Dude. Why not?
You see what I'm saying? The reason you're not getting some of these games because you don't want to play and beat your games. It's proven that you can push out numbers for Hi-Fi Rush, and you can say this, you can say that, and guess what? You guys aren't playing these games you're talking about. You guys aren't.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm not
going to go down my friends list and show you.
Oh man, don't let me
We're
go.
Not even going after, we're not even going after that.
Bro,
I'm not here to expose anybody. I'm just here to show
I can do it.
What my game is.
I want to. Sometimes I want to though, Jez. You know why I want to sometimes is not because I want the fanboy and the hate. It's because man, these people will sit here and tell you they're so toxic, and they just tell you how great the Xbox is doing, and it's Game Pass it's wherever. I'm like, what are you guys? What's going on in your brain that you really think?
Dude, I have no clue. I think it's for all social clout. Let me get to these super chats here. Let's get to these. I think it's just I don't know. I don't know what benefit. I don't know. Just speak your whatever. I think people just whatever. The Game Night 123 with the 10, he goes, and add to that the cheerleaders for Lulu and effectively Bobby Kotick saying things like, let's go Lulu, you got this. They're happy that execs get paid money. Weird energy. Dude, wow. I seen them. Lulu's all nervous, and they're all like, I'm telling you, tomorrow is their console launch. Tomorrow is their Xbox One console launch, like Series console launch.
The Series console launch is gonna be
discussed.
You know what it's gonna be? They're gonna act like the console launch is when that Bethesda game comes out.
Starfield?
I can't even remember the name. Starfield. That's when they're gonna act like, oh, look at Starfield, because I predict the Starfield, regardless of bugs or anything, it's gonna get reviews, because we already know how these websites and these reviewers, they're gonna give good reviews, and I guarantee Starfield reviews well. I think Starfield even sells well.
Oh my gosh!
Because if you just look at the matrix of how things are going, man, these guys over there acted like, and this, hear me out, Jez, you're gonna agree with me. These guys over there acted like Elden Ring was an Xbox game when it won Game of the Year. And it sold the best on PlayStation.
I got you.
They act like it was an Xbox game because it won Game of the Year over God of War.
Yeah.
You cheered it on. Most of you guys didn't play because you don't play Souls games. You cheered it on like it was an Xbox game just because
this is not a Halo rat.
That is sad. That is sad.
It is, dude.
Because guess what? Both games are great. I own both games. I think both games are amazing. Do I agree? Maybe yes and no. But what I will say is, people who didn't even play either or, and you're cheering this crap on, come on, man. Somebody's at the door.
Damn grindhounds. Shout out to Twisted Sync. He goes, it's fine, guys. It's only 30% down in hardware. It's fine. Dude, I'm going to tell you else was fine. This is not no Halo rat here. This is a rat that I shot in Horizon. Look at the quality of the rat. It has hair and everything. But you want to know what, Twisted? You bring up a good point because, you know, and the thing is that it kind of triggers us as former Xbox fans when we see this quality and going, guys, look what we're playing. Look at this. How can you complain? How can you tell us that it's great over there and it's fine when it's failing in front of your face and you're searching for W's and there are no W's? Because, guys, I got another thing that wasn't on the list, but I just found this out. Got some bad news. I'm sorry. I got some bad news for you. Here we go. Again, they're not going to talk about this. They're going to talk financials. The CMA is going to be their launch tomorrow. Look at this. Gears of War 6 update is bad news. The voice actor of Marcus Phoenix says, I haven't heard anything, and that's genuine. It's not even one of those I got an NDA and can't tell you. I'm like, where we at? Holy crap. That is the voice of Marcus Phoenix. No, JD's voice actor. He don't know where they are with the franchise. They have no clue. He should be voice acting the next installment. You saw what they did with the DLC and the mocap.
Whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
You saw what they done with the mocap. Look at this. This is what they're saying. This is what they won't talk about. Gears 6, you know, we're talking about incredible graphics. Horizon? Gears is the only one that could stand the graphics, right? Dude says in an interview with Dextero, JD's voice actor Liam McIntyre expressed that he is yet to hear anything from the coalition regarding Gears 6. Since JD has been such an important character to the son of Marcus Phoenix, fans would expect him to be in the next installment of the series. This is what they're saying, dude. This is what they're saying. Gears 6. True Virgil.
You're my number one customer.
Shout out True Virgil. Goes, the ABK deal got ponies crying. I don't see anything about ABK on the screen right now, True Virgil. I see that Gears 6 is nowhere to be found. I don't think so. We're not talking ABK. Shout out to GME Lender for subscribing to the Grindhouse. ABK. No, ABK. This is Gears 6. I hope you're not an Xbox fan because this is Gears 6. Looks like it's nowhere to be found. Add it to the list of everything else. This was 5 hours ago.
Exactly my point, Jez.
5 hours ago.
Just starts talking about something random, has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Well,
this generation of people are fucking fickle, and they have no attention to detail. They can't think for themselves, and they just start talking about random shit that has nothing to do with anything.
Voice acting.
That's my point.
Did you
That's
see?
my whole point.
They're not going to talk about this, but like this sucks for Gears. Like the voice actor going, it's not even like I have an ND. Like this is his quote. I haven't heard anything! Exclamation. And that's genuine. It's not even one of those I've got an NDA and I can't tell you, like a script and shit. I'm like, where we at? The Gears JD voice actor. One of the main characters. Where is it? And we don't even know what Gears is going to be without Rod Ferguson there. But my goodness, breaking news, man. I didn't even see that article. That one just popped up. That wasn't even on the grinds board. We got some things to talk about. Let's go. I'm talking about fake internet on internet. Because Twitter's a goddamn circus. Like, I don't even follow. I just grab some news articles, what I can grab, and that's about it. Because just to listen to people, it is they're blatantly just straight up lying to you. And if that Colt Eastwood thing where he played the game on PC, hyping up 60 frames per second on Xbox, and tells you, like, I had an MDA, if that's not lies, that's goddamn lies. And that's why you come here. I'm not getting flown out to California. I wouldn't even want to do that shit. Because I don't want to be compromised and told me what I got to say and how I feel about something. That's why I like going to PAX. I play a game, I'm like, nah, that's trash. I told you. I said Dead Island 2 was going to be good. I played it. And I told you that other game, that friggin' with all those actors and stuff like that. What is that? The one from the guys who made that True Crime, whatever the hell that thing is. That, what is it, Payday or whatever the hell it is. Don't play that. I played it. Nope. But nobody tell me what I can say and what I can't say. Go play Horizon, please. Incredible game. You want the power of the PlayStation 5. You want to see what it's capable of. The first game looked incredible. Horizon Forbidden West. This just will be more polish and more freedom. Dude, the environments, the clouds, the water. Incredible. There's so much going on. It's a living world. And get ready, we're going to see Redfall. I'll show you a living world. Oh, Jesus, pause that one. So, anyway, speaking about Dead Island, I've been playing a little bit, about 4 hours into Dead Island 2. That game looks incredible. And I posted some screenshots of that. And that game, where is that? What are my Twitters? Hit that like button, grinders. I didn't stream it yet. Forspoken's awesome. Beat that. I like that. Where's my some of my shares here? So yeah, you want to see some shares? You follow me over on Twitter at Jez7780. Speaking about Dead Island, so I took these screenshots from the beginning, from near the beginning of the game. I'm telling you, this game, the environments in Dead Island 2 are freaking surreal. I can't believe the detail that they put into each of the rooms in Dead Island 1. This is another Dead Island 2. This is another game that definitely, it's tough, man. It is not just running around, just, you have a bunch of zombies, you swing at them, they're dead. Like, you got to, like, really hit them. Like, you got to aim, and they could swarm you pretty quick. Not just runners, like, slow-moving ass ones. And they could get you, dude. But look at these environments, dude. Oh, man. Something in the bathroom. And this one I said, Tony the Mooch. Tony the Mooch. But my God. Like, the environments, the weapons, like, it's just insane. And then I have the one with the zombie here. Where's the one with the zombie that I took? This, like, the indoors, the lighting, and just, it's absolutely great. And it's 60 frames, and it runs. Here's some more. Here's some more I took. Look at this.
Oh, before we get too deep in the podcast, Jez, gotta shout out my Jersey Devils. No! We're back, baby. We're back.
Ooh,
we're back in it.
No, we gotta boo them. Go Rangers. They're sucking ass right now. They piss me off. Up 2-0. And now
I didn't realize Jez was such a diehard Rangers fan.
I'm a diehard Rangers fan.
And when I started talking about my Devils come back, he's like, wait a minute, you're a Devils fan? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm a Rangers fan. I was like, we're sworn enemies, but that's just on the hockey.
That's on hockey, dude.
Just on ice. Just on ice.
Just on ice. Shout out Jay Walker dropping the numbers. He goes, Dead Island 2 sold 68% on PlayStation. Why would it? Well, of course. Dude, that's like normal knowledge right now. They just dominate sales. Like, nobody's buying games on Xbox, even if it's in Game Pass. Which, I don't have the Minecraft Legends number, but that's another game that's selling like that. Somebody put up the Minecraft Legends number. But look at these environments in Dead Island 2, man. This is, like, insane. The lighting. And what's crazy is that they have this dismemberment. I was talking about it earlier, right? When you hit them with blunt objects, their bones break. Like, his jaw will swing off. Their arms, like, you'll see their insides. You see actually the virus in their blood. Dude, it's crazy. You see the virus, the worms and stuff. And you could rip them open and see their organs and stuff. It is insane. The flesh dynamics and the impact of every different weapon does something else. It's fun. And I played in co-op with somebody, and just open co-op, and it was a blast, man. Like, it's not very.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick it up.
I'm telling you, Frank, it's not very arcadey. Like, it's not. It's really like it has that kind of weird character stuff.
I think it's hard, man. Like, everybody's played it says it's not easy. Like, don't expect it to go in there and start. Yeah, like, it's hard.
Yeah, like, you get, and they scare you too. Like, because you're in these entire environments, man, you'd be walking around here swinging at one zombie because it doesn't kill them in one hit. You, like, have to wear them down. You're just like, boom, boom, boom. And then, like, they just keep coming back. And then they'll, like, and as they're doing that, you'll just hear another one just come in and just hit you. And you're like, holy crap, scared the hell out of you. And it's crazy because it takes so much to kill them. And you just see all the deterioration. Like, you're just beating the hell out of them, man. It's crazy. It is insane. I've been doing drop kicks. No, I gotta see Evil Dead, dude. I gotta watch Evil Dead. I love that. But man, then there's some that and they level up with you, and there's some that are leveling up, and they got stamina meters. So if you work their stamina up, then they got some crazy. I'm not gonna spoil one of the first boss fights, but man, it was awesome. It was awesome. Like, just they have that quirkiness to it as well. So it's not just very serious zombie game. Like, it has that kind of like crazy quirkiness to it and outlandishness and stuff like that. So it is crazy like that as well. But yeah, I'm loving it. I'm really digging the whole combat, and the co-op is polished. It's smooth, 60 frames. And and it has the same kind of loot system where, you look for weapons, and different weapons, you can mod them and all that other stuff. But yeah, I really recommend it. About 5 hours into it, and and it's not. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not as open as, like, it's not an open world games per se. Like, there's open areas, but what you could see the details. And another thing too, and I'm gonna show that, it's that the physics. I'm a physics junkie, right? I'm a physics junkie. When you're walking around and hitting zombies and smacking zombies, this move, this is rolling around on the floor. The planters move. The pillows move off a bed. Dude, I jumped on the bed to grab an item, and the pillows moved off the bed. How many games have you jumped on a bed and the pillows are like static stuck to the bed? It's crazy. Those pillows move off there, and what's crazy is that they interact with your swings, and when you kick a zombie in there, they just stumble into the rubble and all that stuff. I'm telling you, it is really, the physics add to the environment. And now something that I pointed out when I was looking at Redfall was, like, they're in the house shooting that rook, and nothing's moving. There's nothing falling down. Shelves are not falling down. Books are not coming off of shelves, and people are like, nitpicking. Dude, I'm going to show you some swinging. Like, you got to see. I fought some zombie behind the bar, and all the bottles were falling, or the cash register flew off. It's awesome. I love it. The physics are great. It's insane. It makes you want to just, like, hit everything and knock it over and kick it. But this is insane. And there's no, like, performance mode or anything. They're just like, boom, 60 frames, looking like this, go. Did you see DeFloyd said he tried to jump on a floaty in the pool? They got floaties. They got and another thing I want to tell you about, and I wanted to stream this, but I'm gonna. That's why I did the show earlier, because I'm gonna play some more of this. But another crazy aspect of this, and did I miss a super chat here with this? I think I missed anything. Oh wait, I did. Nope, no, it was just True Virgil. Just True Virgil. Another cool aspect is that they have water so far, so water and oil, right? And I'll get to your question, Wild Wolf. So they got water and oil, right? So they got these jugs. You could hold the jug and you could throw it at somebody, or you could pour it out. So with the water elements, you manipulate electricity. So there may be a live wire or something like that, and you can make the connection and do some puzzle solving with the water. You pour the water on the ground, it wets the ground, and then basically you can make a connection with electricity. Or you could wet the zombies, splash them, or pour a puddle on the ground, and then pour a trail of water to you, and you could just light it up like a movie. Just hit it with one of the electricity items, and it just goes, and it puts them in the pool of electricity. Similarly, there's even oil. So there's cans of oil that you could just douse on a zombie. You could put it on the floor, and you basically light a fire, and it just goes with the trail of oil. Like, it is the craziest thing. And also, the characters change based on the elements. So you'll see a zombie just covered in oil, and you know that they're lightable. So if you have any kind of, like, a fire weapon or anything like that, dude, you could just light them up, and they could just blow up. I saw one, somebody posted, let me see if I could just give an image to what, hold on. Somebody posted one video, and I think I definitely liked it. Just to show you the element of what you can do with the oil and wood. And these are cool things, dude. These are some really interesting things that so many, here it is. I found it right here. So watch this. So this is a perfect image of what, and also all the looting. So watch this. Watch what he does here. Hold on, I'm going to share this. Watch how cool this is. So there's a can of oil, right? So you pour the oil, right? Now you could throw the can, but see how the oil's like on the ground and stuff like that? You could make your own traps. It's so cool. So watch what he does now. Now, he has to find something.
Number one customer.
Boom. Lights it up. Now watch how the oil just like lights up. That's it. And then they just come burning in there and falling. The animation is crazy, dude. Isn't that so cool? But yeah, and I haven't done anything else. Only was the oil and the water and stuff like that. But it's so cool. True Woody with the 2. He goes, Dead Island 2 is truly amazing. Just pure fun. Yeah. Now, to answer Wolf was question about and thank you, True Woody. I agree. I'm loving it. I love the first one, too. The first one, I really enjoyed it. It was like Borderlands. But the one thing I'm going to tell you, before I tell you about the story here, and I'm not going to do spoilers or anything, the one thing that I have a problem with Dead Island 2, and I don't know if True Witty, if you played the first one, but one of the problems I had with the game is they took out my favorite thing, and it's probably just me, like a freak that I am, but I love the analog swinging. It's not in the game. I searched the menus, I searched all over, it's not in the game. And I'm like, I'm like, damn, what the hell? So what you do is you basically, you would use the stick, and the right stick to you hold R2, and you would swing up and down, so you could determine whether you want to do a right swing or a top-down swing. So, like, I would do combos where you could swing, and please, if it's in the game, please let me know, because I searched. But you swing, you hit the guy, and then you use the top swing from the top down. You could swing from the bottom up if they're bending over. You can smack them in the face. But I love the analog swinging. I thought it was so much fun. And if you hold the stick to the right, more almost like exactly like Fight Night. If you could think just about Fight Night on EA for the 360, where you use the right stick to, and also NHL, you use the stick. I missed that. It's not in the game, and I searched all over for it. It wasn't in there. So, but if it's in there, please let me know. But that's the one thing I tweeted out to them to ask, like, hey, put the analog swinging back in the game, dude. But you know what, you could do analog swinging with the stuff, and I missed out on that. So I just wanted to shout out to see if they could get that in the game, because that was awesome. But yeah, loving Dead Island. I think it's great. The other thing too I've been playing is I went back to Star Wars, getting ready for the new Star Wars coming out. But I just have so many friggin' games, and then I want to get the Final Fantasy Pixels. The Pixel stuff, the Final Fantasy Pixels. I love Final Fantasy 3. And co-op progression isn't a thing too. Oh, there you go, True Woody. I didn't know about that one. I know that Redfall has that. That's one of the crappy things with Redfall, because I've just been hosting my games and leaving them open for people to come in. So I didn't know that. So I know not to join somebody else's game until I progress with that. No, I didn't say Fight Club. No, it was it's the hell was it? Yeah, it was analog swinging. that they used with the sticks and stuff. It was really, I loved that. I use it all the time in the first one. But yeah, really enjoying that one. I know Frog wants to talk Street Fighter 6 demo. Yes, Final Fantasy 3, man. Oh, baby. That was my jam. I know, I know there's so many games. Jedi Survivor coming, and then, Final Fantasy 16. It's incredible. And I played Street Fighter 6, the demo. Before Frog was talking about, we were talking earlier, yeah, it doesn't have the co-op progression. Yeah. They don't, Mary, they're not going to, because that's they're complaining about the always online. This doesn't have always online. You can play this thing offline, so you don't need to be in a co-op match in order to play. You could just play. But I'd say that's Street Fighter 6. Jump into Street Fighter 6. Woo-wee! I didn't think I was gonna like the open world running around Fight Club thing, but the fact that you could fight anybody. Dude, I was going around trying to find the craziest people to fight right now. I was going around, I was just like,
where's the lamb sauce?
Dude, I was ready. I was grinding those gears, man. I thought I wasn't gonna like it. I was like, nah, I don't want to do this open world thing. The fact that you could go fight a mime, dude, in Times Square, and I'm like, yo, I was ready to go.
It's Noor, Melissa.
I'm fighting old ladies in the streets.
Come on.
It was anybody that I could find.
You just made
I was trying to find the craziest people. Some people like just out there. One guy was like, and what's crazy is, shout out to Fishy Queeps, VIP Grinder. Welcome to the Grindhouse, Fishy Queeps. So, there was one guy that, and what's funny is that the people like standing there, dude, and they got he's like juggling fire sticks or something like that. Dude, I went up to him and fight him, and he's using that against me. Like that's one of his abilities. It was pretty crazy. Like I just was trying to find the most random people to fight. It was fun, and it's like right in the world. So like, what's crazy is that it just goes sideways, and like wherever you fight them, it just turns into a fighter. I don't know. We'll see where it goes from there. But I just loved how you could just fight anybody. I was like, ding, ding, let's go. Let's see the craziest person. Like some lady was just walking the street, and I just said, fight. And I was like, let's go.
What are you? Roll!
Ding, ding. Dude, it was awesome. I don't know. So, but yeah, that game looks awesome and looks crazy. It looks incredible. Oh, really? Yeah, and you could create a crazy avatar. Brian E says, dude, check out Maximilian Max Dude. He recorded his YouTube channel and created a freak of an avatar. Yeah, you could create a lot of different characters, man. It's crazy. But I played it at PAX, and I'm going to tell you, too, like, just playing that game with some of the characters, it looks so good. The entrances are freaking awesome. Like, the entrances of them are just, like, where they come in, the way they swipe in, and man, Street Fighter 6, I can't wait. I love Street Fighter. I love Mortal Kombat. There's rumors now that Mortal Kombat 12 might be announced at the next Sony showcase, or whatever the hell it is. Whatever that is, Sony. The hell's going on? But man, woo-wee! Street Fighter 6, June is going to be lit, man. We got June Street Fighter and Final Fantasy. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And now on some sad news. Xbox has lost the sharing to Twitter. So the photos that I was showing you, how easy it is from the sharing to Twitter's, Xbox lost it because they're fighting now with Elon Musk. Elon Musk says that they were stealing some data and not paying for it from Twitter's. Microsoft wants that data. And basically, they got to pay like $26,000 a month, or 40, is it 26 or where is it? It was like 26 or 46,000 a month in order for them to access Twitter. Well, what's hilarious, and I don't know if I don't know if I saved it. It was funny because Tom Warren was out there. It was like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal. It's just they're not going to use Twitter for advertising. And then like the next day, it's like, yeah, Xbox stopped sharing Twitter. You could use the app.
Booty.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Dude, and what's crazy is that they took it, they did not have it, right? They did not have it. And then they spent years to try to match up because at first they had OneDrive and you had to upload it to 40K. Thank you, True Witty. It was 40,000. They had OneDrive and you had to upload it to their OneDrive and then transfer it to Twitter from there. It took them years to just get the ability to share directly to Twitter from the dashboard because you had to upload to OneDrive. I remember it sucked and this was back when the Xbox Series X launched. You had to hit upload. Then as you're playing, you'll get like a pop-up saying your photo has been uploaded to OneDrive. Then you could share it to Twitter. It wasn't until like a year later that they finally made direct sharing to Twitter and video a thing. Sony had it since day one. They still have sharing to YouTube. That's how I stream. I stream right from the PlayStation to YouTube. You can't even do that on an Xbox. Then, a day after they had this qualm with Elon Musk, they disabled the ability to share game uploads to Twitter directly from the console and the game bar on Windows. You have a goddamn PC and you can't share it to Twitter on the PC. What are we doing here?
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
No.
Holy Spirit, activate.
What?
Activate. Activate.
Even on their Xbox game bar on Windows. You're on Windows. You can't share the Twitter from Windows. Get that, Microsoft. You suck. Satya said it. Satya, tell them how bad they suck. Please, Satya, tell them.
And so everything that we are doing with our content, with our our cloud,
and what's crazy is it took them years to get to this point to share directly from the console, and then they take it away the day after, and they're not paying. They're not paying. There's been no updates, no complaining from the people because it's just like it got so bad, so low. You know, with Redfall gameplay, with the Jeff Grub and Aaron Greenberg battle, and then now with all this bad news, the financial, there's no more room to complain about. The Xbox is how low can you go? They're playing limbo with themselves. They're like, how low can you go? 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 They're going lower, lower, low. They can't go any lower, man. They're taking away shit that they took forever to give you, and they're taking it away. They gave you a share button without the ability to share. Then they said
shit, the ability to share, the ability to shit.
Shit, dude, shit. They've given you, they giving you nothing. They took it away. They took it away. Ricardo Ortiz with the 10. Rolling his ass off with, how low can you go? 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 Like, dude, they can't go any lower.
Number one customer.
They're below the nut punch right now. Now they're kicking ankles. Maybe they'll kick toes soon. There's not enough room. There's not enough room to complain. There are people like, what? You took away Twitter sharing. Dude, I just showed you Twitter sharing from PlayStation. I love it. It's so easy. It's been easy since the PS4. Microsoft won a whole generation with the inability to do it. Now they tell you to go to the app. That's that Phil Ness quality right there.
Oh yeah, we're going low, 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 low.
Dude, Zero Steel, the share button, they made you repurpose it. They repurposed the share button. They told you could remap it to order a pizza. They can do what the share button can be reprogrammed. Like it was what is it? The share button. What is it? The Xbox share button.
It's no longer the share button. You go to it. It has it's like share these. Like,
share these.
Share these button.
Wait, where's the share button? Wait, Xbox share button. This is what they thought about the share program. They gave you a brand new goddamn control. Well, same control with a share button strapped onto it. Share button reprogrammed. Hold on. Yeah, remap. When did they add this? This is Xbox support for you. They got a question from a fan. There's a question from a fan right here. What is this share button on my controller, they asked. They asked, what is this share button on the controller? They said, you could use it to capture gameplay, and then you can use it to share.
You're my #1 customer.
Oh, did they fix this? Or you could remap it to order a pizza. There you go. You could remap the goddamn button. You could remap it to set a HDMI action or use the button to launch a game. You want to use the share button on your controller to launch a game. Who is doing that? Who is the share button to launch a game? Oh my goodness. I'm going to order it. Let's see if they updated this. Can you share to Twitter? Let's see. Did they update this? I'm going to the bowels of Xbox support. Let's see. Nope. Look at this. You can't share to Twitter anymore. Share from your phone. Share from... Dude, they're done. They're done. Like, this is not a priority to them, dude. This is not a priority to them. Like, it's not. The share button, the Xbox, they don't even care anymore. They don't care. And people are like, no, it's fine. Just down 30%. We're just down a little bit. Dude, they're fine. The fact that Xbox hasn't been a priority to them for the last 5-6 years, you people are fools if you think that this is coming back. The Game Night 123, he goes, so Microsoft are happy to spend $7 billion for Activision, but paying $42,000 per month due to API changes. Where is the drawing the line? Okay. Yeah, Game Night, exactly. Xbox sharing to Twitter, they probably go, well, our stats show that nobody really using it. They remapped the share button to order McDonald's and for Grubhub and for Ubers. So we are not using the share button, so we will take it away. Just like they're not buying the console, so we don't make them a priority and give them 30 frames per second. I'm going to tell you right now, exclusive Grindhouse with over 300 people in here, I'm going to tell you the reason why the ability for the share button. It's not Elon Musk, and it's not the 42,000. The reason why they don't want to have the share button and they don't want to share directly to Twitter is because, I'm telling you right now, get ready, clip it. They do not want you to share directly to Twitter because they want to hide the trash-ass game Redfall.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. 12 minutes and Hades, and they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, a Plague Tale Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Smash 2, Ground, Shroom, and Doom. Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among Us, The Ascent, and more.
Oh, man. They don't want you to see Redfall. It's a tactical. They're not sharing cartoon games onto it. No. They don't want that Redfall. They don't want to see the Rook. The Rook. Yeah, they don't want to see him. They do not want to see the Rook on Twitter. They don't want to see him. So they said they don't want to see the Rook, so we're taking away the ability to share. The Rook is embarrassed with his graphics and his animations. We do not want you to celebrate the graphics in Redfall. Could you see? You see what I'm using. A suppression tactic, exactly. It's clear as day, everybody. See, that's why the Grindhouse tells you the facts. Facts. They don't want you to share that trash-ass game. They want to pretend Redfall is a mystery, so you click on it in Game Pass. They're blind anyway, dude. There's no celebration. Nobody's celebrating Redfall graphics. Nobody's going to take a picture of the Rook and some trash-ass empty rooms. They probably don't want that damage out there. They're trying to damage control the situation before Redfall comes out. I did. I always see right through the Phil Ness. So we'll get back to our friends over at Xbox soon, talking about damage control. But first, Frog wanted to talk about Diablo 4 beta. Frog, have you played it? Frog, have you played Diablo 4?
I don't play this game.
Oh, shit. I don't know where Frog is, so I had to improv. So Diablo 4, I didn't play the beta, but one thing I did see with Diablo 4 is already our friend Mr. Tim Dog is telling us that Diablo 4 is coming to Game Pass this holiday. That's what he's saying. He goes, Diablo 4 on Call of Duty, he says.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's what he's saying. He's like, oh, Diablo 4 this holiday.
Yes, I would like to have a refund.
Already, because the Activision deal, just the CMA is going to talk the thing right now.
Put this thing away. This is not worth it.
And what's hilarious is that Mr. Ron Ferguson himself. It's awesome seeing the excitement about the Diablo 4 beta. Our Wolfpack puppy. We've been getting some questions about Diablo 4 on Game Pass, and I want to let you know we have no plans for that. See you in the Sanctuary during the beta access
You're my
weekend.
number one customer.
That was my exclusive Uck interview. Yes, please. Yo, he is on the deep end. I don't even know anymore, man. He's like out there. He's on the corner with the sign saying the world is going to end with an immediate. Like, that's what Twitter has turned into. Like, it is just like oblivion. Like, it's oblivious. People are not seeing the writing on the wall. The dude said, we're not going to Game Pass, but meanwhile, they're trying to push that Diablo 4 is going to come to Game Pass with this deal. And on holiday. What? Are you telling me this is, wait a second. I need some comments in the chat to calm me down, because are you telling me you are excited for a game that comes out in 2 months and excited for that game so that you could hopefully play it in Game Pass in November?
You know what, Jazz?
Is that the logic here? Is that the logic?
As I sit here and sip on my Miller Lite, Miller High Life.
Ooh,
oh shit, no pun intended.
Oh damn.
It just happens to be the beer I usually, if I drink a beer that's, American. I'm mostly, a Heineken guy but I'm sitting here sipping on this Miller Lite and I'm thinking to myself, like, there's a way out of this for the game studios over at Xbox. There's a way for everybody to win. And the way is just become a third-party publisher. Just become a third-party publisher at this point. That's the only way I think they win, because then you can keep your games on Xbox, put them on PlayStation, Nintendo as you need be. Become a publisher. Make this your last console. And just go full in on Game Pass. Make Game Pass your app, your service, whatever it is, going forward, and just say, here are games everywhere.
Yeah.
Because you're talking this kumbaya stuff, it's obviously not working for yourself.
Logically, Frog, you are a gamer. You have a Twitter gamer right now. You're a Twitter. If you're hyped for Diablo 4,
number one customer,
right? Like exactly. Everyone who wants Diablo 4 is going to get it when it releases. How are you excited for a game coming to maybe coming to a service in the holiday and thinking what?
I don't care about it, because if I'm excited about it, I'm going to buy it day one.
So that tells me.
And guess what? I'm buying it on my PlayStation 5 day one because I care about the game and what it is, and I want to play it. I'm not going to wait for it to come to a service. If I knew I'm going to be honest. If I knew Diablo was going to be on PlayStation Plus, if I knew that there was a possibility it would be on PlayStation Plus in November, December, I think I still would buy it because I want to play it.
You just said you can't even go on Twitter without spoilers if you really care about a game. Like whatever things in gameplay and the FOMO.
When December comes around, you're not playing that game.
Dude,
you're not playing that game.
No, you're not playing Diablo.
You know what you're gonna do? You know what you're gonna do? You know what you're gonna do when it does come to Game Pass and Microsoft absorbs Activision and Blizzard? What you're gonna do as a fanboy is you're gonna talk about, look, we got Diablo. You guys had to pay for it.
No,
like
they're already, Frog. They're already claiming Call of Duty for the holiday. Holy shit! Like what is the mental gymnastics?
You guys really don't even like. They don't even the guys.
They've gone full Ubisoft. They have gone full fucking Ubisoft. Like I don't understand it. I'm like, what is the logic from like we got Call of Duty this holiday? I'm like, I'm like, I can't. Like I don't even have to. I'm not even commenting to give anybody any of this stuff. But the shit that I see on there, people saying we got Call of Duty this holiday. I'm like, you know what? You're just sick. You are sick people that don't care about gaming. And I saw like somebody tweeted out, "Oh, Forza, the king of racing, is coming." And then they looked up his thing. He never played Forza the 4 or 5 or 5 or 6. They played the third 3 minutes. The king of races. What are you talking about? You hype for a game that you never played the previous ones for? You're not like, hey, here's some screenshots. Oh, I guess you can't share them to Twitter. But, like, here's some screenshots of me playing Forza 6, getting ready for the new Forza. Like, as a logical gamer, you have a gaming channel. You have a gaming-centric thing. Like, what kind of gamer are you? You're just done. Like, you are just the mental gymnastics to try to get, like, and that's what I mean. That's why they care about this deal. This deal means nothing for the gamer because it's all games you're getting already. This deal is for just some dopes on Twitter to be like, we got Call of Duty this holiday. I'm like, holy shit. You know what? If that's the PR that you want to do outside of Best Buy with your goddamn, like your little twinkly nipple Xbox goddamn nipple huggers and shit like that, and when you want to try to sell a console because nobody's buying the shit, so you got to go haul your ass out in front of Best Buy with goddamn nipple twisters to try to sell a console to people, you could tell them that we got Call of Duty. What is wrong with you? Where is your legitimacy? Where's your responsibility to the people that follow you and the people that watch you? That you're just blatantly just being so deceitful and lying and just capping and just being dumb. It's bad, all right? You don't want to say it's that bad that Microsoft is leaving, then fine. But you can't say that this is better than what it's been. You're gone on drugs. And then to try to say, like, we got Call of Duty this holiday, what is wrong with you? What do you mean everybody got Call of Duty for the next 10 years? What do you mean? And what's crazy, and I'm jumping right to one of the topics, is like people crying about Sony keeping away games. Oh, they told the publishers to not put it on Xbox. That's why they don't have games. Dude, guess what? That's business. And what's crazy? It should bother you. It should grind your gears so much. It should bother you so much that Xbox has to get on their knees and beg Sony to take Call of Duty and beg Nintendo to take Call of Duty and to beg Black D's Nuts Cloud Gaming to take Call of Duty. It should bother you so much as an Xbox fan that the biggest company in the world is face down begging people to take Call of Duty, and they can't even take it for themselves. After spending $70 billion, they can't just take Call of Duty and run with it. They gotta beg people to take this shit because that's the only way that they're gonna be legit and actually have something to offer in gaming is to beg people to take it away. That is what your company has amounted to. Your Xbox brand has turned into shit smeared on the floor because they have turned into a begging, petty goddamn company with a big wallet and not knowing how to spend their money. And that's all they're going to do right now is just throw their money out there and let shit die. Oh, they're spending so much money. They're invested into gaming. Go ask Mixer. Go ask Ninja and Shroud how much money they spent on them. 6 months later, shut the shit down over at Mixer. Oh, in October, they're spending so much money on Mixer. They're really serious about streaming gaming. They are so serious about streaming gaming. They're spending money left and right. They bought Ninja. They bought Shroud. Oh, my God. They're really serious about streaming. 6 months later, they shut the whole thing down. Ooh, they're serious about mobile phones. They're serious about mobile phones. They bought a whole ass Nokia making phones and shit. They're really about them. 2 years later, shut the whole shit down. Whole company dissolved, gone. Nokia, goodbye. Them spending money doesn't impress me because I've seen them spend money and they do it for some reactions, some goddamn
whatever your name is,
bullshit. That's what they
ready
do.
for the big surprise.
Just some internet, and people eat it up. You eat it up. But if you were a true fan, you knew what they've done. It doesn't mean anything. You need to see product. You need to see output. As a gamer, you should want to see that. And if you're going to twist things and go, we got Call of Duty, good. If that's the mental gymnastics that you need to do, then to keep yourself, to keep your fandom, I guess, for you, then you do that. But that's a huge L, and you're just basically just wrong. You know, it's just wrong. Like, it's just like, you know, you don't have to be the most honest person in the goddamn world, but Jesus, you are blatantly lying and fake.
Exactly.
Blatantly in the eye of everybody. Like, this is not even, it's not even a joke. Like, you scratch your head and go, wait, did they really think like that? No, I know you don't think like that. And you're just doing it for a persona or for your fandom because you don't want to lose your internet clout because you might lose your perks. And that's the problem that I have with, and some of these people I've known and followed before this whole Xbox went down the shithole. And to know that this is what they've become, I don't even know what's going on. What are you trying to do? Rally the troops. Guys, it's not as bad as it seems. It will be back. We'll be back. Like, stop. That's not your job. That's Microsoft's job. That's Xbox's job. That's their marketing team. That's Greenberg's job. Instead of his ass trying to sell you a refrigerator, how about he sell some goddamn games? Instead of Phil Spencer doing interviews in goddamn iJustine's basement to tell you that he's playing Vampire Survivors, Phil Spencer's ass should be on a plane to Japan grabbing exclusive games from Japanese publishers to put it on Xbox. Phil should be going down, instead of doing interviews with the Venezuelan government to tell them what he believes about Kumbaya gaming, Phil should be out there trying to find the next Titanfall, trying to find the next Gears, trying to find the next game that's going to be on his platform. Whatever his platform is. But Phil's not doing that. Phil has to go sit on the beach with the New York Times and tell them how Game Pass is stalled. That's what he's doing with his time. Going down with iJustine and her sister in the basement, and they're talking about Phil Spencer. What are you excited about?
Oh, shit.
Dude, pause. God damn it. That's what he's doing. He's doing interviews without going out there finding games. Meanwhile, Sony's out there grabbing Final Fantasy, grabbing Knights of the Old Republic, grabbing Stray, grabbing goddamn Kena, grabbing Rollerdrome, grabbing goddamn exclusives, grabbing Silent Hill 2, grabbing all this bullshit.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
It's because Microsoft is too busy worried about buying companies that are grabbing ass.
Yeah, that too. They're getting sued on top of that. God damn. They got all this shit coming. I got the Blizzard one coming up there. Rod Ferguson used to work for Xbox is going like, hey, Diablo's not on goddamn Game Pass. But this what frustrates me so much. And it's just, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous what is done. And it's just honesty. It's just people, like, I don't know what you're doing, dude. But the guy's not doing his job. He should be out there getting games. Because, hey, wait, you know what? It's not me. It's not me. Dude said it right here.
Games to our platform. Because in the end, I think the gamers play the games.
Of course they do.
They don't play the studios. They don't play the resolution numbers, right? They play the games, and we want to make sure the best games are there. Games to our platform, because in the end I think the gamers play the games.
Of course they do.
They don't play the studios. They don't play the resolution numbers, right? They play the games, and we want to make sure the best games are there.
But if you're
and how we started Forza, and they've turned into a great racing studio that does an amazing job. And I know it takes a little bit longer, and maybe people like the quick, hey, why don't you just go buy this studio and bring them in? And we're completely open to that. Microsoft has the money. I have the green light, so to speak, in your terms, to go and acquire studios. Again, I just think it's the goal for us is to bring the best games to the platform. And if a studio wants to maintain its independence but work with a first party, I think that's fine. And the game, I think it's great, actually. And I think our ability to partner with those people and bring the best games to our platform is as strong as it would be if they were owned by.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that. Whenever I hear some criticism.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times
not to
where
throw
we've done
mud on you, but I have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
Goes on and on and on. But my God, like I just see the mental gymnastics, and to say like they're gonna come back, dude. Call of Duty, it's. You got Call of Duty for the holiday, dude. Is it in Game Pass? Who knows? They haven't announced that. And if it is in Game Pass, I guess great. But then what is it gonna? We don't even know what the concessions are gonna be. They offered it to play Sony subscription.
Jez, you know what I'm playing right now? It's
crazy right now.
You know, and this is my point. You know what I'm playing right now? I'm playing Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remastered.
Oh, Sony paid to keep that off of Xbox. Ooh.
And you know what? I'm enjoying it. Yes, nostalgia, but the thing is, there's only one of maybe 3 places I can play it, and one of them is not Xbox. It's not because Sony paid. It's not because of anything other than the fact of the matter is, like, this game could have been there, but we already know that Microsoft wants everything in their Xbox Game Pass, and they don't want that.
Maybe, and that's maybe.
This is the reason. This is the a large reason why a lot of the games don't go there. There's 2 reasons. A, because they want it in Game Pass. B, because you got to port it to the Series S. And some of these developers are like, "How is Final Fantasy going to work on the Series S? That's not going to work. So we just won't put it there." So they built hole and buried themselves into it, and now they're trying to make it seem like, oh, poor us. You guys didn't have to make a Series S. You guys decided to make that thing and then say we want parity, and if you can't give us parity, it can't come on our system. Oh well, guess what? By all means, it won't come on your system. That's what I would say.
Yeah, they could be doing that, dude.
I mean,
they could be doing that.
That's just what it is, man.
They could be doing that. But shout out to Twisted Stink. He goes, "Have you seen the final preview of Redfall? It's even worse." Yeah, I tried to. I didn't watch too much of it.
Oh, yeah. Somebody said it was a final preview. Oh,
yeah,
shit. I got to go look at that.
Ryan McCaffrey talks over, was it? I think IGN did Redfall. But again, it's all cuts. Like it's all cuts and stuff. Where is it? Is it the? Oh, yeah, here it is. The co-op campaign preview.
Oh, shit.
I can do this forever.
Oh, God.
Alone, Redfall is creepy.
Alone is I don't even want to hear these clowns. Let me try to get it in 4K because it looks like trash right here. Here we go. And I love how they got these cartoon cutscenes or something like that. Like, it's just not even full motion video, dude. The claim was with the 6, he goes, bots will be happy playing with a turd if it had an Xbox logo on it. I know. And that was the thing that, and again, my rant just stems from the disingenuousness of people just being disingenuous. And I know they're not, it's just, I just feel like you got followings and stuff like that. Like, you should at least respect the people that are following you. And but these are just blatant lies. Like, if this is your opinion and you feel this way, then fine. But to tell people how they should feel when things are not doing well, and you're telling them, no, it's fine, you should feel better. Positivity. And it's like, you shouldn't tell people. And guess why? Because guess what? People told me I shouldn't feel a certain way.
You're my #1 customer.
And I said, don't tell me how I should feel. This is how I feel. And it was being told that you shouldn't feel that. It's fine. No. And then what's crazy is over these last years, over just the last time, everything that I was talking about, that I was concerned about, has came true. I said Halo was going to be a platform. I said Halo was going to be a service. I said I don't want Halo to turn into that. And they were saying, well, DLC was for Halo. It's always a service. I'm like, no, not like that. Halo, and then guess what? It happened. And shout out to Smooth. I went back on playing Xbox and he was like, yo, everything you said you were worried about, we were telling you nothing. And he said it happened. I was on that show. I went back to it. And I was saying all these things. Saying, well, what the service is going to do, where the gameplay, what is I shouldn't be asking for gameplay. And then when to see people telling other people on Twitter, this is how you should feel, I think it's messed up, dude. It's messed up. And it seems like a therapy group. It's like, hey, no, it's fine. The world is melting around, but Xbox will be fine. Trust me. It's like, anyway. And look at this. I just showed you Horizon DLC. That's not for me. Oh, okay, fine. I just showed you Dead Island 2. looked incredible from photos. This is a next-gen only $70 game. Look at where's the stuff blowing up? Where's the physics? Where is the animation? This is a $70 game. Aloy wasn't $70 because she used the same animation. This is a $70 game right here. Dude just standing there. Red highlights. This is a Series X 12 teraflop game at 30 frames, and you don't know when 60's coming. This is the preview. Shout out to the new VIP member. Where is it? Somebody saw something. Fishy Queefs at the 2. He goes, just wait till E3. Oh, man. Fishy, you know what's going on. He said it.
Wait, just wait till E3. There will be a showcase, but I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios.
Stop, Jenna Hayes. There you go, man. I was showing you something, and this is the preview that they just dropped. I'm telling you, Redfall wasn't on the list here, but they destroyed the marketing for this game. This game is a fail on console immediately. And what's crazy is that, I'll talk to the next thing with Grub versus Greenberg. I did a show last week on it. But, one of the things was that he came out to defend Hi-Fi Rush, saying we're happy about it. This tweet about this game being 30 frames at launch on both consoles, there was no subsequent tweet from Bethesda. There was no tweet. There was nothing, no article, no interview, nothing from Arcane, nothing from Aaron Greenberg, nothing addressing. And you tell me they can't hear? Man, everybody, even like other, it got outside of the group of just normal kind of Twitter followers and stuff, man. This got out everywhere about 30 frames being incomplete. They should delay the game. All that stemmed from that tweet, and not one person from any of the studio or corporation, Microsoft, $70 billion into this, $7 billion in, came out to explain why this game doesn't have a 60 frames per second mode on the Series X at launch. Not one PR, business person, influencer, anybody came out to explain why this is not ready for prime time. It's choppy as hell. It's a first-person looter shooter at 30 frames, dude. They killed it. They killed this. People are just going to wait for it or just play it on PC. This is not going to move the console because the console is the worst place to play it. You are 3 years into a new generation of the most powerful machines, and that you are the worst place to play your first-party game. I don't know how to speed it up. How does not, if you don't care about anything political-wise with Xbox and ABK and all that other stuff, how is that acceptable? You bought a $500 12 teraflop world's powerful machine, eats monsters for breakfast and bitches for brunch, and this game doesn't have a 60 frames per second mode. And go running to Greenberg when he defended Hi-Fi Rush against Jeff Grubb, which was suspect anyway, because if it was so successful, Aaron Greenberg would have had to be provoked to say that. He would have said it in February because it did great, or March because it did great. But instead, he had to wait to the end of April, beginning of May, because he was provoked by Jeff Grubb saying the game didn't make the money that it needed to make. And Xbox are not happy. They're not happy with Xbox. We'll get into it. But nobody came out to explain this. Are you trying to implement ray tracing? Is there some sort of... there's nothing moving. The tree... look at this. The trees, the physics, there's nothing moving. Look at the trees. Look at all this stuff. Nothing is dynamic. This dude's standing on top of a goddamn telephone tower. He's standing on a friggin' phone booth. This guy. What is he doing up there? But there's nothing dynamic about this thing at all. And I'm not going to pull up Horizon. But just look, why is this not 60 frames? Like, what is this doing? Look, the explosions, the grass is not moving at all. There is no physics to this thing. And trust me, go play Dead Island 2. Go play Dead Island 2 and go see all the physics and all the stuff that's going on in that. And tell me what's going on in this game. I don't understand it. There should have been an explanation. There should have been somebody. They came right out and jumped down goddamn Jeff Grubb's back about Hi-Fi Rush. But nobody had an explanation for this. They just let this out there die. Their $7 billion investment, they said, let it die. Let it die. They just said, hey, that it is what it is. And just let it go. Let it go. They said, let it go. Goddamn VR game, like VR Horizon. More interaction and physics and interact. Look at this. This is a VR game that's supposed to be less than. A VR game, everybody. Look. Look at this. Look at the physics. It's a VR game. Boss fights. A VR game compared to this. Running at 120 frames in VR. This thing. What are we doing here? Look at the explosions. Next gen. Like, what is that? Why are people, like, fading in and shit? What the hell's going on here? Why did that character just fade in? The hell? Are they coming back to life? But look. Explosion. Did the leaves move? Nope, nothing moves. Everything's static. Static environment. Static this. I'm going to stream some Dead Island too. I'm going to show you, like, you know, what physics do. Like, in the same type of open world, like, type of, like, looter shooter game. VR, everybody. Jesus. Like, it's just insane. Because the same people were complaining about $70 goddamn games. And saying Aloy wasn't $70. Horizon wasn't $70. God of War wasn't $70. It's just DLC. Dude, this looks like it's the DLC to the DLC. This looks like it's a passion project spinoff of DLC. That's what this looks like. And there's no explanation why it's not ready at launch. It's just not ready. And we've been through this all with the Halo shit. We've been through this already. We've been through this. And you want to see, like, look at the dynamic nature. Like, look at it. This is not even friggin' just streaming. Like, this is in 4K. This is 4K IGN, dude. This is 4K IGN. Holy crap. And I'm in 1080p in Horizon. You could just see the dynamic nature, like I said, explosions and stuff. Like, look at all the stuff that's moving here. Look at the grass moving, the trees. When the frog jumps in there, like, watch when this thing moves. Like, there's nothing going on here, and this is 60 frames. Like, it's night and day. Look at all the dynamic stuff that's happening when this frog jumps and stuff like that. Look at all this stuff going on. The grass is blowing. The trees. You want to see something crazy? Watch this. All right? I'm going to show you something. One more thing. Ready? Enough of this Redfall thing. Watch. You want to see what I mean by physics? Watch this. Watch when I kill this frog. Watch how it collapses into the trees, and watch the trees. Watch this. Take a look. This part right here. You're talking about interactions and environment and a lot of things going on. Watch when I kill this thing. Dude, look at the trees blowing in the wind. All the stuff that's going on. That world is dead. $70. Watch this. This part. See these 4 trees right here? These 4 trees right here? Watch the interaction. The world's alive. There's stuff going on. Watch this. I freeze him. And watch what happens when he dies. Look at the trees. That tree fell down, dude. Look at that. How epic was that thing? If that thing just like went through the trees, like it would have been like, okay, yeah. Where's the advance? Is it how do you do the advance? Is it the period? What is it? Oh, it's these things? There you go. Frame. How do you do frame? I want 5 seconds. I want frame by frame. What do you do? The period? There it is. Watch this. Just look. We're also talking about physics and just stuff. Like when you say the world is empty. But nobody came out to talk about Redfall. They're trying to forget about it. Let me just advance it just by a little bit. Here we go. Watch this. Here we go. Watch the tree. It actually breaks and falls down. Frog down. Frog down. Watch. If I could do it. There we go. I'm doing frame by frame here. Did I kill him yet? Jesus. There it goes. Load up. Let's go. It's taking forever. Doesn't want to cooperate with me. And there it goes. Look at this tree. Over here. This tree. Watch how these trees react. It's crazy. Look at that. The tree broke and fell down. He fell into the trees. Look at this. Look at this. $70 next gen. Look at the interaction. Leaves are falling off the trees. That wasn't no canned animation. Like, come on. That's what I mean. And then you look at Redfall and nothing's moving. The leaves are not moving. The trees. And it's like, it's so static. It's a boring environment. Like, look at these trees. He's not supposed to fall into those trees. That's just the way he fell and died into those trees. One more time for those in the back. Like, look at this. What are we doing? What are we doing here? 3 years into the generation. This is what we should see on both ends, dude. Where's Xbox quality? Phil, what was that again in 2019? What did you say? What did you say, Xbox? What did you say, Phil?
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our
Lied to your face.
With our first party output.
That's always been a hit on the company on that, whatever I hear.
Always been a hit on the company.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like, I think we've gone through times
not to throw mud on you, but I have to know that's a fair. I think it's something fair to say.
It is fair to say. And
yeah. When I think about Xbox, I'm thinking about quality. I am sure Worldwide Studios, bigger tree falls, but that's just all I had right there. But it's crazy. But nothing. Fake barriers. Please. But what I'm saying is that they don't have confidence in this, and the gameplay doesn't instill confidence. And nobody came out and said anything to explain why this game is not ready for prime time. The Rook is not even reacting. A bullet sponge. No, I know, Josh. There's nothing new. It's just something I'm pointing out. And that's crazy. It's like, yeah, it's not just something that just happened now. This interacting with the trees and the environment, it's something there. But it's just something that you're seeing here. Like, look at that. He comes into this thing. This guy comes out of this truck here. Like, this truck. There's all stuff here. This should be, and I'm telling you, play Dead Island 2. Like, look, this guy came crashing out of here. All this stuff should be kicked all over the place. all these trees. I don't know why there are couches outside, but couches, the chairs, all this stuff should be flying around physics-wise. Watch this. Nothing moves. Nothing moves. Furniture outside, nothing moves. Slam. Nothing's moving. All these boxes here, this stuff, this should be all blowing up interaction. All this outside stuff, all static pieces. All static. Nothing. Ridiculous. Physics are non-existent. Look at the tree. There's a Halo tree. We found the Halo tree. We found that Halo tree. We found it.
That was sus.
I waited for Halo, and all you gave me was bootleg Joe. Well, now we sit and wait for content.
A happy little tree right there. A happy little Halo tree. But it's just, whatever. They don't have confidence. Whatever. Is what it is. Exactly, Dante. I'm going to show. Wait till I do my live stream of Dead Island 2. I'm going to show you. I'll show you. It's a much better game already. Both of that over this game. And then speaking about, companies that they have acquired, right? Companies that they've done. Here's the thing about Blizzard. Blizzard puts together a crisis map of games it cannot ship due to the staff losses. This guy tweeted, this person's being loud about it because I've lost yet another person this week. Blizzard is losing amazing talent because someone in power doesn't listen to the game directors who make his products. Management. Looks like you're getting a great manager. Management again. Wow, that sounds like a quote from The Initiative, doesn't it? Doesn't sound like a quote from The Initiative right there. Management just doesn't get what we're trying to do. Management. DE&I also means diversity of thought, especially when it's backed by data and financials. Oof. Executives are more worried about share prices than they are quality and staff well-being. Most of the things that we see as players are these same executives valuing profit over people. They deserve a better ABK. Well, there you go. Lulu's just sweating for tomorrow so that she could start planning her retirement package. But this is the problem here. Talent. And I said this so many times on here before. You think Microsoft didn't talk to them about making games for the Switch for the next decade? You think they sat down with Infinity Ward and worked out a strategy before, what's his name, Mr. Sims was walking around with his goddamn I got a deal for you out of his pocket? 10 years to you, D's Nuts Gaming, Black Balls Cloud. We got you. We got you, D's Nuts. We got you, Nintendo.
Oh, shit.
Shit, we got you, NVIDIA. We got you. You think he sat down with Infinity Ward, Treyarch? The guys, next 10 years, you're going to be making for more platforms. $70 billion we're paying. You're putting it on a Switch. You think their ambition wants to be confined by the weakest platform? Nonetheless, they got to deal with that S. But now deal with a mobile platform, and it can't be the Call of Duty mobile game because Microsoft said, no, feature parity. You think Infinity Ward was jumping up and down, celebrating about that? You think that they said everything's, oh, yeah, sure, thanks, Phil, for meeting with us. Really? You think Treyarch, Sledgehammer, you think they're all sitting there going, we can't wait to make games for a Switch? There's a reason why they weren't making games in the last 10 years for a Switch. Now they got to make a mobile game They got to make a mobile game for a phone. Then they got to take the game that they're putting on the next gen most powerful, or this gen most powerful systems, scale it down for the S nonetheless, scale it even further down for the Switch. Well, don't you think that the PlayStation 5 and maybe even Booster Series X editions, what they want to do with those games will be affected by where they got to put those games? And you don't think as a developer, look, I just had a tweet up from Rod Ferguson. Rod Ferguson left after Gears 5, going to make Diablo, and comes back and say, we're not in Game Pass, everybody. People will make you believe we're in Game Pass. We're not in Game Pass. What's the future of Halo? The voice actor says, I haven't heard anything. Of Gears, I mean. Gears 6. I haven't heard anything, he says. Like, the talent has left. Shinge left after Hi-Fi Rush. Good luck. Will you get in an Evil Within 3? Not by him. Look at all the people that left the initiative. All the people that left Playground Games to start up Maverick Studios. All the people at Halo 343, Bonnie, Frank, Kiki. All the people that were there with Bungie. Left. Joseph Staten, the guy who wrote the story, gone. Now, Blizzard's losing people. And I told you this. During acquisition, this thing has gone so long that these people at this job at Activision are not doing anything. They are sitting there waiting to get that severance package, waiting to leave, waiting to see what's going on. They're not working on the next big thing. They're in an acquisition. Man, for the last year and a half, these guys have been sitting there just trying to get this game out because they want to go. I'm telling you, Blizzard right now, there's me believing. Wait till Diablo 4 launches. Wait till you see how many people leave in Blizzard. They want to see what Microsoft's severance package is going to be before they quit. I would say, yeah, I'll be a Microsoft employee and be severed or quit as a Microsoft employee than an Activision employee because Microsoft got all the money.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right?
I agree.
That's what I would do if I was working at Activision.
Wait and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Don't freaking, wait and see.
I want to retire or I want to leave.
We got to do a wait and see approach when they come out with games. Wait and see what happens.
Exactly. If I was leaving, I'll be like, let me wait to be acquired. Then I'll be a Microsoft employee. And then I'll leave as a Microsoft employee and try to get like whatever Microsoft perks they give to people who are severed or like just to ride it out, dude. The talent is going to go. This was never done with good intentions for us. This is done purely because Microsoft wants to secure their future, knowing that their console, their brand is dying. They need to make sure that they got people still making games for their cloud. Because what's happening is that their permeation of their console to be the way to get games to Xbox is done. And we saw that with the financials that were announced today. I'm going to jump around here just to the console here. So, let me. I talked about the Grub and the Greenberg thing. Asus ROG. We're going to go on an ABK tomorrow. But there's 30%, right? So the financials came out today. And a golden parachutes for everyone. Exactly, RP Gaming. Exactly. Shout out to VIP Grinder, RP Gaming. It's golden parachutes, dude. Did I miss any chats here? Oh, I want to make sure. It is. Thanks for the paycheck. I'm out. And the talent goes. So now you're sitting there with all that IP, and now you got to figure out what to do with it. Hell, just ask Rare. Sitting on all that IP. Microsoft had IP before all this acquisition season was in there. And they decided to do nothing with it. They remastered Voodoo Vince 1, but heaven forbid they give you Voodoo Vince 2. They said, we're going to give you, Phantom Dust remake. Oh, no, we're just going to give it to you original assets and move on. That's how we believe in that franchise. Crackdown, we're going to crack it up and just destroy the goddamn thing. Throw Terry Crews on there. Halo, we buried face down, ass up. Gears is who the hell knows what's going on. But you look at this and you go like, Microsoft had IP. They have literally destroyed their branding. Let's give them more. Let them now drive Crackdown. Or let them drive Call of Duty into the ground. Let them drive Crash into... That new Crash game was like trash already. That's not even their fault. The claim goes, Shinji Mikami left Capcom when they started putting Resident Evil 4 everywhere back in the day. Talented devs want to push the limits on the best devices. They don't want their games ported everywhere. Yes, and also, thank you, Claymores. You know, the other thing, just to add to that, is that they want that focused development. You know, I see that, you know, they want to focus on developing for a platform where they can maximize their vision and optimization for one platform. When they got to worry about multiple devices, and I said this a lot of times, spread thin. You got to put it on all the PCs, on all the Xboxes, make sure it works on the cloud, make sure maybe you put the buttons on there, the touch buttons, like, you know, let's make sure it works great. And you do all this on day one, it's going to spread you thin. They said that with Halo Infinite. We got to figure out about all these configurations. That was an excuse why co-op wasn't ready at launch. Oh, we want it to be perfect. We can't get... trust me, I bet you co-op would have been ready if it was just on an Xbox. Who knows? Maybe not. But same thing with for Redfall. Like, I'm sure they maybe would have prioritized 60 frames if they have to worry about the PC version. These are first-party studios worried about putting their games as a third party. I said this so many videos ago and everything like that. I said Microsoft turned their entire first party into a third-party output. Because they all got to do it day and date. They basically turned their first-party studios into what an EA and an Ubisoft would do with their studios. There's no perk. And you don't even see it either. They're supposed to have first access to all the hardware. They should have the latest updates to Xbox. The Alpha Beta's Son's Cousin Former Roommate Edition. They should have all the available resources to them by being a first-party studio. They should be the ones making sure the game is optimized for the console because they have access to the console before anybody else. The new firmwares, the new updates, they have that. Being a first party, that's your benefit. And you might even have skills and tactics and shortcuts that other third party doesn't have because you have access to first party. Now, the only way that would happen. Oh, really? Josh says Shinge said he would cut his head off with a chainsaw if it went anywhere other than the GameCube. Oh, damn. So we spoke about the Hi-Fi Rush, so the Hi-Fi battle, Grub and Greenberg. Grub, one of the things I just want to touch on this, and then we'll jump down to the sales thing because that last thing I want to talk about. But the Grub thing, right? So Grub came back out with his video here, and this was the response to Greenberg. So this came out after my show, right? So just jumping back to the Grub versus Greenberg thing. After it went on that whole thing. It's Sony's fault. That's directly Dave. So this is what he says.
Aaron Greenberg from Xbox came out and addressed this. He posted a tweet that basically
one thing I want to say is people are saying like he backtracked. Listen, Grub talks a lot like it's this or that or this or that. Well, just listen to what he has to say.
And, hey, the game did great in all the key metrics that we measure and all expectations, and we're happy with Tango Gameworks and Hi-Fi Rush. I'm glad they did that because the story was becoming based on what I said, but I didn't say this, but the story became Hi-Fi Rush was a flop, a failure. And that's just not what I was going for
that's
at
not what
all.
He said.
What were we really trying to figure out? What were we really discussing with all this? It's just that Hi-Fi Rush, yes, cost this much and it made this much. And does that matter? Is a game like Hi-Fi Rush going to feel more pressure for having that sort of return on traditional, traditional investment and traditional return of it cost this much money to make it, and now how much money is it getting back directly, as opposed to like what's it getting on Game Pass? And does the game feel like it, or does Microsoft feel like these games need to do more in a world where something like Halo did not make the money it needed to make. Now, that's not based on any insider information. We're looking at a game that, we can all anecdotally tell most people have stopped playing. Microtransactions are almost certainly not selling.
Oof.
And I think, the layoffs that happened, I think speak to that, right? I mean, we don't know exactly, but I think that's probably comes like, hey, this game's making this much and it costs this much. Can we get those numbers closer? And so
you see what Cactus Jack doing good. So you see, he actually, what he did here was he did an okie dokie. So he's like, you're gonna say Hi-Fi Rush flopped. I didn't say that. I just said that it didn't make the money it was gonna make. Similar to Halo, we know that's not making money, dude. He just hit you with the 1-up, and then he hit you with the ball shot. Like he's like, all right, I didn't say that, but hold on, let's talk about Halo. And he just drops his other stuff about Halo, which wasn't even part of the conversation. He's like, it's dead. It's not making the money. We know this. It's
we don't know exactly, but I think that's probably comes like, hey, this game's making this much and it costs this much. Can we get those numbers closer? And so, and I need to do my podcast. That's who I work for, so that's who I'm going to speak to, and I'm going to be duty bound.
Greenberg, you can say whatever you want.
Battle, even if that can cause problems sometimes. But just because I speak to the audience, and I want to write to the audience, I want to do a podcast toward the audience, does not mean I am going to cater or pander. I'm just not going to do that lately. But I think that's probably comes like, hey, the layoffs that happened. We're looking at a game that, we can all anecdotally tell most people have stopped playing. Microtransactions are almost certainly not selling. And I think
that's a whole other story right
there.
Layoffs
that happened, I think, speak to that, right?
And I think, one of the things, though, that weren't addressed from his thing, bootleg McFoley, oh, Jesus. You guys are wildin'. But listen, Xbox management is not happy with Xbox. Greenberg can say all he wants. They're not happy with Xbox.
We know they're not. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
We know this. We're not gonna play coy and act like they are. They're not happy. Would you be happy with the things they were doing if you owned the company? I don't think you would.
Look at this.
I personally don't think you would.
Xbox hardware is down 30%. 30%. Listen, they talked, Satya spun this around to talk about, we made $1 billion in revenue with our monthly active users, 1 billion. And you're talking about small percentages there. What the hell is that number at a minus 30%? And on top of that, Xbox wasn't even winning NPDs last year at all. So how low it was, it has gone even lower. How can it go so low? Like, we're not starting at the top and working our way down like a Nintendo would be. They are starting at the bottom and going even further down the bottom. You weren't winning NPDs last year. Like, you weren't like, hey, we are in first place. We outsold everybody for the last few months. Dude, they were the market leader, Satya said. It's some bullshit like, oh, we're the market leader because nobody else is selling. 30%. Sony's, and this is the craziness. People are going to be like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Wait till Sony and Nintendo drop their numbers and actually show real numbers, because quantifying percentages is crazy. But 30%? Your hard, I don't give a shit how much you sold last quarter, last year. I don't care how much you sold. But when you're dropping that much in the third, at this time point in the console cycle, after you released your biggest franchise in Halo over a year and a half ago as a service free-to-play game, how do they come up from this? How do you come up for this? What game? What comes out to bring this into the positive? What comes back out to bring the hardware back? Gaming revenue is down, so Hi-Fi Rush not doing what it's supposed to do. But content and services revenue are up. Oh, okay, we're going to look at that. But gaming revenue is down. So that means the stuff that they're outputting, and we're talking about, let's not look at numbers. Let's look at the context of this, because I want to look at the context of this stuff. Because this is what they say here. I want to look at the context. The context is definitely much better here. So, where is it? I had the image up. Here it is. This is what I'll do. So, gaming revenue declined 4%. Content and services grew 3%, driven by growth in Game Pass. We'll talk about that. Hardware revenue declined 30%. Not hardware sales, not consoles, number of consoles. The revenue declined 30%, down 28% on a prior year comparable that benefited from an increased console supply. Increased console supply. I challenge everybody listening to this show to just search Xbox Series X in Google and go into click on the word shopping underneath it and go near me and go see where Xbox is. It's everywhere. They got it used. They got them everywhere. They're in stock. So I don't know where the supply issue is. It's not like people are lined up. This thing can't be found. When Sony couldn't sell, you couldn't find a PlayStation. But I implore everybody, over 300 people listen to this show and the thousands that are going to listen after this, go to Google, type in Xbox Series X in Google, click the word shopping, and go near me and go see where it is, because it's everywhere. It's at all the Best Buys, all the Targets, all the Walmarts, GameStops. They're there. But this is hardware revenue. You're telling me that Xbox is happy with their gaming division. They are spending $70 billion. They already spent $7 billion. They're dropping another $70 billion in this section. And the thing that's keeping them alive for revenue is cloud, commercial, like, the business stuff of Office, cloud, and AI. That's what's keeping them afloat. Because if they just had to report this stuff, this is bringing them down. Gaming and Surface, their customer-facing devices are failing. And you could say, no, this is fine. But then I ask you, this is fine. What world do you live in? Because I want to know, what future do you feel that there's this game or some magical thing in the next year that's going to make Xbox hardware increase? Because guess what? You spent 7 years telling me I don't need an Xbox to play games. It's not about the console. It's not about the hardware. Well, guess what, everybody? PCs are down as well. PC sales are down as well. The other Xbox. That's rare. That is down as well. But tell me, what magical world is going to have a game release? You lost your Halo already. Are you telling me you believe Starfield launches in September and Xbox consoles go fly off shelves? Especially if it's coming in at 30 frames on console, nobody's going to prefer it on console. Redfall's not moving consoles. They just told you where the best place to play Redfall is. So what's moving the consoles then? What game? Fable? Perfect Dark? Avowed? Whenever those coming out? Who's moving the hardware? The thing that you love, the people that everybody goes crazy for is Xbox, right? But you spent years telling me the console don't matter. Well, guess what? The data shows the console doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter to them either. Because what's interesting is that they gave an excuse for all their numbers going down. because they have a after party where they have to damage control. You know, Satya goes out there and stutters in everybody's face. And this is where Satya comes out and damage controls the situation. And so he came out. Where is it? So where is it? So Satya has his post call, right? And they go here. Xbox delivered third quarter records for monthly active users and monthly active devices. We'll get back to this. Let's go to the bottom. Because I already got the Phil Ness on tap right now. They gave forecasts for the next quarter. Grinders in the chat. Do you see anything that seems to be missing from their forecast? I don't know, Frogsy, you could say it, but do you see anything that's missing from from their forecast? Let me read it to everybody for those not seeing the visual here. Their gaming forecast for quarter 4, the next 3 months, revenue, get this clown off my screen. Revenue growth in the mid to high single digits. Xbox content and services growth to low and mid-teens, driven by third-party content and Xbox Game Pass. What is the number they're not addressing? What is the quarter forecast for, the thing that was down 30%? What's your forecast for the Xbox console? You're not talking those numbers. What we're doing here? Where's you don't the Xbox console is not in your forecast? You had nothing to say about the 30%? Oh, they're still gonna be 30% next month, next quarter. Are they 30%? And what about first party content, Glinter? That's right. But where's the Xbox? You reported 3 numbers. No real mention of gaming in the Q&A portion. I thought Satya's all in on gaming. Don't you think he should address that to the shareholders, considering it's the anchor to their whole money? It's bringing all their money down. Don't you think people want to ask questions about gaming, but nobody talks about gaming? Satya's all in, right? He's balls deep in gaming, isn't he? That's what I heard. He's all in. They gave him a Halo jacket to wear and they said, you make an Xbox. Which is typical Microsoft calls. They don't talk about gaming. No, because they don't want to talk about the bad news. Now we come to the BS. Here we go. So, first off, I don't know where Xbox is in this whole thing because, you're looking at numbers here. We're looking at numbers here. They reported their Xbox numbers here, like, Xbox hardware revenue declined 30%. They'd have nothing to talk about that. Okay. But let's come to the positive, because we can't be all negative, right? Let's talk about the positive. Because this is what you're going to see when you go back out onto the Twitter streets, what people are hyping up. This thing. Get ready, Frog. oh, man. Xbox delivered third quarter records for monthly active users and monthly active devices. It's working. Subscription revenue reached nearly $1 billion. It's working. It's working. Amy Hood said Xbox content and services growth was driven by better than expected monetizations, third-party game sales, and Xbox Game Pass. But it's working. Monthly active users are more than... This is it works. Grinders, please hit the like button, because I'm going to show you why they delivered third quarter monthly records of monthly active users. Because people forget. People don't want to tell you why. Monthly active users increased and monthly active devices? Oh my God, they must have had some incredible games to drive content to Game Pass. Get ready. You want a drum roll? Here we go. What could it be? It works! It works! It worked! We increased monthly active users and devices. Unprecedented. It was such a surprise. Microsoft PC Game Pass launches in 40 new countries.
Let's talk about Game Pass a little bit more, since that's a big bet for Microsoft. How many subscribers do you have now? And it does seem like a really good deal for the consumer, but what about the Microsoft investor? How is this a moneymaker for Microsoft?
Our last public number was 25 million subscribers that we've talked about.
We get an update?
Not right here, but we did talk about growth on PC. So our Game Pass subscription, not expecting everybody's following the video game market, is available on gaming consoles and on personal computers. And you can subscribe in both places. We're seeing incredible growth on PC. I think Satya Nadella, in our earnings yesterday, the CEO of Microsoft, talked about, I think, 130, 140% year-over-year growth on PC, which is really where we're focused. On console, I've seen growth slow down on Game Pass, mainly because at some point you've just reached everybody on console who wants to subscribe. And we don't see subscription, unlike some other forms of media that have really moved almost solely to a subscription business. Today,
where's the lamb sauce?
Part of our content and service revenue is probably 15%. I don't think it gets bigger than that.
It's raw, Melissa!
Yes, Chef.
It's raw, come on!
Yes, Chef.
You don't think they said, guys, you better get this update out to 40 countries before we show our numbers? April 11th, today, they said, today it's launching in 40 countries. Monthly active users, monthly device activations. Go, 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 go.
A few moments later.
It grew. Those numbers were down as well. They launched the PC Game Pass in 40 countries just 3 weeks ago. We are so surprised that our monthly active users have grown 3%. You think? You gave away PC. Well, let's say what it was. Countries: Europe, North Africa, Middle East, Croatia, Iceland, Libya, Qatar, and Ukraine. 86 countries now have access to Game Pass. He's seeing incredible growth in PC. Listen, they're going to run out of places. They've been doing this for the last 6 years of just finesse and bullshit. Our monthly active users are 30 people, 30 million on Xbox. Then they threw all the PC dudes in there. Then they threw all the Samsung TVs in there. Then they threw all the Android and iPhones in there. Oh, well, monthly users are going up. It's because you keep adding more and more people. It's not people coming to your platform. You're just grabbing dudes off the street and going, you're an MAU, get in here. You're an MAU, get in here. Why would your monthly active users, monthly active users and monthly active devices, I wonder why. You're running out of places to go. Phil's going to be like, guys, we got to go to Mars. We have tapped on everybody at Earth. There better be some bitches sitting on Mars somewhere that needs a Game Pass subscription because we need the numbers. What are we doing here? He's like, did we get everybody on the International Space Station? Did they got Game Pass? We need the numbers. Phil's going to run out of places. He goes, guys, remember we were talking about those guys in the nuclear sub that couldn't get an Xbox online? Well, I think we could tap into them and get some monthly active users out of the guys on the nuclear submarines. He's like, did we get everybody? Does all the space stations got it? We got all the space stations. We're good? Okay. I want to make sure the International Space Station, they're hooked up with Game Pass. They got monthly active users.
Don't forget the mission to the moon.
Dude, he's sending them there. He's like, guys, we got to go to the moon. There got to be some more people on there. We need numbers. He's running out of places. They count Minecraft users. Dude, Amanda, they've been counting they've been adding more and more and more bullshit. They're not growing. Their business is not growing. They're putting their shit in more places and using that as growth.
Yeah.
But they're basically taking people that don't even know this. They don't even know and saying you're a user. Congratulations. And no Game Pass numbers. You want to know why? Because those Game Pass numbers are not growing, dude. They're not growing. Because I bet you if they are growing, they're like, well, why is your revenue down? Well, because they're all free 3 months. They got more excuses to talk, probably, if the numbers went up or if the numbers went down. And actually, people are saying that if you look, subscriptions really nearing 1 billion in quarter 3. They're saying that you know, they're like, there was something where they 1 billion quarter 3, and then there was something where there's a tweet down. Shout out to Guapzilla here with this thing. He says that, you know, in 2022, they say that their average range is 2.9 billion of revenues generated from 15 to 18 million subscribers across both PC and consoles. So they estimated a 2.9 billion in the quarter for October for the end of 2022. They're saying they're nearing just under a billion. That's less than 3. And that was generated from 15 to 18 million subscribers. So did their number drop of people paying? Because remember, they're not talking. They were touting their record for monthly active users. But again, they're not saying subscribers. They're not giving look, 500 million unique active users. You want to know what that was? That was probably people that checked out Hi-Fi Rush. Unique users. People probably checked out Hi-Fi Rush and first-party titles. What first-party titles have you released? Hi-Fi Rush. They're building now with Dumb Cloud. Now they're building the most powerful AI platform for developers. Jesus Christ. Any way to get goddamn... the most powerful... Dude, you better... Satya, Stutter and Satya, let me give you a word of advice. Stop saying most powerful because we don't believe you. All right, Stutter and Satya? The last time I heard the words the most powerful was the Series X. And we know how that turned out. All right? So stop talking about most powerful AI. All right? Because We're not gonna listen to that stuttering ass.
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our our cloud.
Like, dude, I'm not listening. I'm not falling for any more most powerful bullshit anymore. Santi just let out a fucking sweet one right there. God damn, Santi, you
It's
stinky
all
ass.
way to 3E3 ass.
Goddamn Santi. Oh,
that sound wet.
Yeah, that's what nasty.
wet.
It's Santi. You know what? They cut that out the interview.
The thing we're doing is
yeah, and then they don't have any predictions for the console. Dude, Santi, go to bed. My goodness.
I hope this is not true.
Oh, god damn. That's him trying to squeeze one out. He's like, shit, they're gonna find me out. He's like, he reminds me of the guys from what is it? The Step Brothers when they do the job interview. It's like,
oh, that takes the ketchup
and Santi
and mustard and onions.
They're doing an interview and it's like, yeah, I'm qualified for the job. Did you just?
It's raw, Melissa.
Yes, chef.
It's raw. Come on.
Yes, chef.
Goddamn,
I
Santi.
can taste that.
Let's talk about Game Pass a little bit more.
Oh my god, Phil, please. Get the hell out of here. Later, Gaming Despair. He's full of shit eventually. Brian says because you know he's full of shit, eventually some of it will come out. Dude, that's a Game Pass quality right there. Listen, these numbers, and this is what drives me crazy. Microsoft jerks around with these percentages and growth because guess what? People want to ask about the shit that's failing right now. Like, Xbox is not doing well. Like, the console's not selling. You know, the games are not moving the consoles. The games are not moving the service. Look at their confidence with their latest $70 game coming into a service. They should be shouting from the rooftops. A $70 game coming to Game Pass. Can't you wait? It's the highest quality and it's coming to Game Pass. They should be like really. Meanwhile, this thing looks like trash. And they never they didn't even They didn't even come to its defense. They didn't even say why it was 30 frames. What it looks bad. It's gonna perform bad. It's not ready. And we known this month before the game releases. You killed this game. That's not gonna move consoles. So what is it? Is it all based on Starfield and a June showcase yet again? We're back at the June showcase is where it's gonna happen. If they don't do it this year, dude, you're done. I'm not believing anybody that has a green check mark or green the channel going like, well, this is the year. If they don't do it this year, shut up. It's been the year for the last decade. All right? I don't want to hear it. This is the year. But heaven forbid you talk about like, where's gameplay at the Game Awards? Oh, well, you know what? They're not the Game Awards. You know, it is what it is. And you saw all the people. Frog, you saw all the people, right? Mm-hmm. All coming out against Redfall going, Phil, this is not ready. Phil, you got to move this.
Wait to E3.
Wait to E3. You know, and again, they're not doing it. And you know what? All Phil had to do, all those people were getting loud, right, about the Redfall and saying delay it. And all Phil did was he reached out to everybody and called them up and said,
"You're my #1 customer."
Oh, Phil, thank you. It's fine, everybody. It's great over here at Xbox. It's great. Don't worry about it. Phil just calls up.
#1 customer.
He tells them they're the #1 customer, and then they're all better again. All that anger. See, I don't care. Dude, that anger should be there every single day because they're bullshitting you every single day. Redfall should just been the tipping of the iceberg. You should have saw that thing coming when they didn't show you gameplay. But
no, Phil Spencer is trying to get you to look at the tip in that freaking rooftop party.
Oh man, that rooftop party.
Let me tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jazz. Game Pass, they're so invested in Game Pass that it's inevitable for them to fail. It's just that way. It's like they don't have to fail. That's the thing. They don't have to. It's like they just can't help themselves to fail. And I honestly think at this point in gaming that it's just like, well, we got Nintendo, we got Microsoft-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay.
I just don't like, I just don't get it. Like, especially like, and I said this on the last show, like, it's like, if you're a fan, like, how
you got to speak out against the shit. That's the problem. You got to speak out. If you're a fan of the console and you love to play on Xbox, speak out. If you love gaming, speak out. Yeah. The problem is you got people who won't speak out.
Oh, lie,
and
right?
they're just like, oh, they'll lie to your face and like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, this is not right. Like, this is not good for gaming.
It's not.
Like, I can honestly say how excited I was when the original Xbox and then 360 came out. I don't have that feeling anymore for them. I'm like, I don't really care about anything they do anymore. And it's not that I want to see them fail. I think they want to see their self fail.
Yep. And
I think they do.
And I think the narrative is exactly where they want it to be. Is that they want the console to be minus 30% and their services up than the other way around. They want, because that, if you notice,
it's all about services.
If you go back into, like, they really never separated out Xbox console revenue. It was all just kind of bundled together. This time now, in the last few months, because they separated Xbox off as a gaming arm, or like they have a gaming arm now, so now they report Xbox console revenue. Because they didn't. I was looking back, they didn't do it like last year. They shifted things around.
They shifted things around.
They just said Xbox content and services.
Right.
Now,
so how you look at it and how they're saying it is totally different.
And I think they're doing it on purpose because I think they want to show the shift, the pivot. They want to show that, hey, consoles are not selling less, but our services are growing. So that means that that's exactly where they want to go. They want to go to third-party cloud. They want to be platform agnostic. They want to be, that's why they're offering Call of Duty to everybody in the world. But people sit here
and I don't have a problem with that if they're dishonest. They're dishonest about everything they say.
But they told you they don't. But they don't want to lose. They don't want to sever that console market like cutting off a head of a chicken. They want to just kind of they want to migrate that group, whatever they have left of those hardcore. They want to migrate them to the services. They don't want to just cut them off because they know as soon as they cut them off, they're going to go run to PlayStation. They want to kind of migrate them, get them invest. That's why they're doing this, because they want to show the this is leaving and this is moving. And look at this. Shuei Yoshida says the future, a future of all live service games will be boring. You don't want to see the top 10 games every year being almost the same. And I agree. I don't want everything all service game. There's places for service games and there's places for other games. So there should be a balance. Everything going in a service is a service game within the service. So I like that there's some balance in. That's why I said, the thing with Sony is they're balancing it. They're putting games in a service day one, like Chia and Stray and stuff like that. They're putting some games on PC. They're putting games on the console. They're putting games in VR. They're spreading themselves on where they believe the platform will be successful of the distribution model. Microsoft's just taking everything and going, well, it all goes in Game Pass, whether it's a service, whether it's a single player, whether it is a multiplayer, and whether it's broken, whether it's fixed, whether it's in beta, whether it is just DLC, whether everything it fits in Game Pass. And they just shove in everything, every facet of what their studios are making, shoving it all down one throat of Game Pass. And that's always been my problem, dude. It's always been my problem is that they're taking everything, no matter how it's made, what the design is, and whatever it is, and now them owning publishers is basically taking that and all putting it in one model fits all, and that's not how gaming should be, And he says, the point is like you're saying that he's going after Jim about talking about live service games, but look at this thing, and here's what I'm saying: all live service games. Everything does not need to be a service. Everything does not need to have a season pass. Everything doesn't need to be that way. Everything doesn't need to be in a subscription. This is what I've been saying. We've been saying this forever. We don't want everything in a subscription. I don't want Sony to say all our first-party games are in the service, because you want to know what? We're going to get exactly what Xbox has gotten over the last year. We're going to get less games. Games will be definitely not ready for prime time. Games will not be as ambitious because they're not trying to sell you a $70 product. They're just trying to get you a download button. The barrier, as Phil says it, of entry is much less. The problem is all. Microsoft decided all, and Sony said no. Nintendo says no, and they're doing spectacular. The one who says they're out of touch, everything goes into service. All. Because they have no clue. Just like they have no clue what they're going to do with Activision. And just like the people out online have no clue how business is done because they're blaming Sony for everything. Exclusive deals. Oh, Sony has exclusive deals. They're telling people not to work with Xbox. That's why we don't have games. And it's just like, blame Sony. Stop it. You look at the console sales. Look at the numbers, dude. Look at where it's going. Tell me how much of an arm Sony needs to twist to get somebody to only put a game on PlayStation and not on an Xbox. Xbox is so irrelevant that they could avoid putting a game there. And I said, instead of blaming Sony for saying why Xbox is not getting a game, you should be directing them to your one and only Phil and S. Hey, Phil, get out of iJustine's basement. Get back here from the Venezuelan government. Get back here from the beach from New York Times and go get some goddamn games because Sony's out there grabbing them all. And what are you doing? Why are you on another video dealing with that lady on Xbox On, telling her about the bullshit and all that other stuff? Why are you talking to iJustine about you playing Vampire Survivors? Get out there and start getting games for your platform. Get Booties Clapping Cheeks. Get him out there too. But start doing your job because your talent is leaving. Your studios are in disarray. Games from first party are coming out half-baked and not ready for prime time. But you're going to blame Sony for making deals to make their platform better. What did Microsoft do with... And what's crazy is that you guys loved it. Where is Ori on PlayStation? Where is Rise of the Tomb Raider? Remember that year exclusive?
Yep.
Hey, guess what? Gears should have been on a PlayStation, right? Because Microsoft never owned the Gears franchise. Gears 2.
Oh, it was going to be on PlayStation.
It should have been. Yeah, right. What happened?
Microsoft we all know that. Yeah, it was.
Ooh, what happened?
Microsoft had to buy it, buy the IP out because they already knew.
But it was fair game though. Gears 1, 2, and 3. Why weren't those on PlayStation? Microsoft didn't own Gears. Microsoft didn't own Epic. They didn't own Gears franchise. They didn't own Titanfall 1. Where's that on PlayStation? Guys, Microsoft does the same thing. They put money. They say, you're putting your game on my platform. You can put it somewhere after a certain amount of time. They do it all the time. So don't blame Sony now, saying Sony's the reason why Xbox is not getting games. No, Xbox is the reason Xbox is not getting games. Phil Spencer, Matt Booty is the reason why Xbox is not getting games. Whoever's running, what's her name? Sarah Bond is the reason why Xbox is not getting games. They should be out there looking for talent. What happened to Project Moorcraft? They're going to find devs to pay them to make demos for Game Pass that you will play and sample. What happened to that? That was GDC last year.
You're my number one customer.
Project Moorcraft, where is it? You had to pay devs to make demos. Remember? Dustin Aguirre was all upset. He compared it to the PlayStation Trials and was getting all in a hissy fit about it. He was completely wrong. Where's that? Project Warcraft. Nobody wants to take your money? Where are you trying to find games for the platform? You found Stalker 2. You found Ark 2. All those games are in trouble. Ark 2. They're going to show gameplay end of next year. It was supposed to be within the next 12 months of last year. You're not making some good deals, dude. You got to find some better games. Why? Are you only trying to find people that put games in your Game Pass? Yeah, I think so. I think so. The Game Night 123 goes, Nintendo makes Monster Hunter Rise a timed exclusive and no one bats an eye. Sony does a timed exclusive and bots lose their minds. Let us compete. That's right. Well, Game Night, the thing is that they are blaming Sony for the reason why they are not getting games, but they will not blame Microsoft. Your console is down 30%. Tell me where. I did this to to what's his name last week.
You know what's crazy, Jez? We predicted this.
Yes.
At the end of when the Xbox One X came out, we predicted this was going to happen. We predicted this, and we were told we were crazy.
Yeah.
We were told we were crazy.
Yep. I was told.
And I'm like, holy crap.
You'll feel
Don't worry about it. You're just panicking. You're fear mongering. Yeah. And I'm like, why don't you guys see like what's on the table? Like, this is not what's best for gaming. It's not what's best for you. If you really care about the Xbox like you say you do, you should be worried. But we were told, don't worry. It's no big deal. They're coming back. What if Halo was not a service-based game, but it was? Everything. And I'm like, man,
if they show Fable, everything.
Oh, man. Yeah, we can imagine. I can imagine all right. Let's just imagine that, we're imagining shit that's not true.
Exactly. Well,
and I'm like, at
they're
what
making
point,
up fairy tales to try to make a bedtime
Yeah,
story.
at what point can we say, we want you guys to win like we're winning? But, because I primarily play here and you primarily play there, I want you to win like we're winning. And what I mean we is the gamers. We are winning on PlayStation. We are winning Nintendo. How do we win with Xbox?
Dude, they're winning
doing
on
what it's
PC.
doing?
Guess what? They're winning on Netflix. Oh! Netflix got Oxenfree. Netflix is getting games over on Xbox. They're putting on everything. Netflix owns it. They're like, hey, we're going to put it here. We're going to put it everywhere else, and then make an excuse. Blame Netflix. Oh, they're afraid of Game Pass. That's why they didn't put it on Xbox, because Netflix looks at Xbox as a competitor.
Right.
Yeah. They're getting into gaming, and the biggest competitor to them is the console that's selling like shit. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. They even put it on PC, dude. So they still are working with Microsoft and Steam. So, yeah. I love how they get this vision. It's like, oh, that's the reason why they're not getting it is because they look at Xbox as competition. That's why. No, they don't. The question you should be asking is how can a company financially be stable? How can a company expect to get their returns and skip an Xbox and still believe that they will be fine? That's the question that you should be asking. You should be like, wait a second. How could a company just like Square Enix just skip Xbox and think that they're going to be okay financially with get their money back? That's the question you should ask, because that will give you the answer that Xbox is not bringing in the money to them. Dude, just go look at Ubisoft numbers. Go look at Capcom numbers. Go look at even your good old best friend, new soon-to-be bosom buddy, goddamn Ronald McDonald Hair, Bobby Kotick. Go look at his Activision numbers and look at 13% brings in revenue for Activision, and Xbox is a taint. They are an asterisk because they are lower than reportable. God damn it.
It's a skin between your dick and balls, a tank.
Oh shit, the peritoneum. Oh, where's the peritoneum? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness,
shit.
that is worse. What is it?
Oh no, that's what Xbox is now.
The peritoneum.
The chode. What is going on?
Oh damn.
What is going on? What's going on over at Xbox?
I don't know, man, but they're blaming everybody else. Blaming everybody. Oh, they just see us as competition. That's why. They're competition.
Xbox just seen as the chode now.
The Xbox. Wait, I gotta find it. They're non-reportable. That's how low.
It's called the chode box now. From now on, the chode box.
Wait, let's see.
So people have little ambition.
There's the financials.
Oh man, it's sad, man. Because I'm sitting here playing. When I hear people make statements like, "Oh, Square just doesn't like Microsoft," well, would you like Microsoft if they said, "Hey, you got to put all your games in Game Pass day one. You have no choice. Oh, and by the way, we know you're making this badass game, but if there's no parity on our console, it can't be there." Well, how do we get parity when you made this weak ass piece of shit? And you don't want to hear the truth. How do you get parity? How is that something that, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to hear. At some point, as a console manufacturer, as a company, you should be able to want to hear this and say, damn, you know what? Maybe you're right. Hey, you know what? We'll go back on this. They can't. They can't go back on it. The reason they can't go back on it because they already said, hey, parity. They can't go back on Game Pass. They already said day one Game Pass. If they do this now, they're afraid, hey, we're already invested. We have to go ahead and just keep it going for what it's doing. The minute we say first party games aren't coming to Game Pass day one, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? They're not coming to freaking Game Pass anyway. You might as well not say it.
Yep.
Like, I mean, what's the big deal now? There's not, you know, I mean, they're not. What games have we gotten since the last 3 years? You might as well say screw it.
It's been
they're not coming anyway.
Dude. And when it comes out, finally they go. I heard some podcasts they were going like, oh, it takes 4 to 5 years to make great games. Like, dude, what happens when it takes 6 years and the game is still not done? Like, what are you talking about? We just went through Halo. It was in development for 6 years, and it still needed to wait a year for co-op. Like,
I guess nobody
what are you talking
saw that
about?
coming.
You think that they're going to drop a Horizon Forbidden West quality in 6 years? Then that's fine. Shut us up. You're right. But when they spend 6 years and then they show you the game and it doesn't have shadows or it's missing modes and missing features, and it's like, this has been in development for 5 years. Dude, they're not dropping those kind of games. It doesn't look like it's developed 5 years. It looks like they just
It's bad
pulled it
for
off the
business,
bullshit.
and if for some reason people are acting like it's not.
Exactly. Like, look at Hi-Fi Rush was developed from 2017. Redfall, like, look at that. And just look at Halo, dude. Six years for Halo, and it took them another year to get co-op in the game.
How is this
Tell me,
healthy for gaming?
6 years, take your time. You think, what happens when they show Fable and it's been announced 3 years ago and it looks like it's not ready? What are you going to say? Oh, it's going to be another 4 years from now? Like, what are you doing?
Microsoft bet on the wrong thing, and that was Game Pass. Everybody can say best deal in gaming, but I don't see people, with the exception of maybe like Rand or somebody that's actually going over there and beating a shitload of games. It's not good for gaming. It's not good for gaming, and we can sit here and say it's good all day, but it's not. We just need to tell the truth. How is this good for gaming? How is this good in any way, shape, or form? Like, you can clearly see like there's a problem, and you're putting games. I don't know, man. It's one of those things. It's like they ever back themselves in the corner, and I don't think they can find a way out. I really don't think they can. I think they're at a point where they're like, damn, if we don't do this, now we go back on what we said. Everybody that we promised this to they're gonna be pissed at us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have said it in the first place. You know, you're too busy out there buying freaking dick grabbing, freaking breast milk drinking
Dude, they
publishers.
got so much crazy
Instead of creating great games, and you know, now you're going to bring an excuse. Well, it takes 5 to 10 years. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
I can't believe they're still saying
You guys
that.
have been in the industry long enough to know what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear that.
I don't know how you
I don't
say
want to
that.
hear that. I don't know how anybody can hear this and just say, oh, it does take 5 to 10 years. They for as much people as they say, oh, they dominated the 360 era. Apparently, there's something going on we just don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there is.
That's right.
And I don't get it.
Nuts.
I don't get it.
Nuts on chin with the two. He goes, we got Halo, Gears, and Forza as that kid snooze. Oh, Jesus. Dude, they even destroyed the Halo. And Gears, I just showed
They
you what happened
destroyed
to
Halo.
Gears.
Gears is a former shell of itself.
Gears,
at this
and Rod's
point,
gone. What are we doing
At this
here?
point, reboot the franchise, make it multi-plat for all these. This is their saving grace. Look, there's an out. Like I said, there's an out. They just may not want to take it.
Yeah. And here you go. I just put the thing up. We're talking about the taint. There you go. Look. Net revenues from Activision for years ending in December 2022, 21, and 2020. Look at what your good old Microsoft crying. This is who you're buying right now. Who can't take Call of Duty and run home? Look at the numbers. Look at the net revenues. 2020. Look, Xbox went from 11 to asterisks. Look what the asterisk means. Did not account for 10% or more of consolidated net revenues. They were lower than 10%. That's why they get an asterisk.
See what I'm saying?
How did Xbox go down? Sony went down, but they were 17, 15, and 13. Tell me that they could just take it from Sony. They are asterisks. They didn't even account for 10% of the revenue generated for Activision. They're a taint.
Oh, shit.
And somebody wanted the song. I was waiting for it. Now you're going to get it. Here it comes, baby.
Let us compete.
Oh, Frog's singing it. Let us compete.
How low can you go?
It's raw, Melissa.
Yes, chef.
It's raw. Come on.
Yes, chef.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Where's the lamb sauce? You're a taint. Goddamn bullet hole.
You just made the list.
So, shout out to Sklar Brothers VIP Grinder. Says Jez been going for almost 3 hours now. Damn, it's been that long? You better hit that like button. That's right. Hit that like button, Grinders. Damn, I didn't even know it's been that long. Because I got
hit that like button.
Dude, you think we were done? I got one more hypocrisy.
Oh, shit.
To bring to the Grindhouse table.
Heavy hitter.
I don't know. I would have called heavy hitters. I would have called the heavy hitters. But I did a grind tweet out there just to let everybody know. I did a tweet. Follow me over on Twitter. Follow Frogs on Twitter. But I've seen, I've been prowling the streets here, and I've seen this thing pop up. The Asus ROG Ally launching May 11th for, quote, under $1,000. It is 50% faster than the Steam Deck with the same power draw. 2 times faster at full power. So that means you got to be plugged into the wall. Up to 8 times faster than the Switch. Oh, damn, pause. 1080p, 120 hertz OLED. And running in AMD's new Z1 and Z1 Extreme chips. So, listen. It's a Windows device. So therefore, it means Game Pass will be native on it. So you could download games. You know, that cloud future that everybody wants, but nobody wants. You know, everybody wants it, but then nobody wants it. Yeah, they don't want that. So I've been seeing a lot of people going, I'm interested in this. I like this. And I'm like, oh, okay. I see some folks out there excited and ready to play Game Pass natively, not via the cloud. And I just want to make sure that when they drop that price, remember, under $1,000, all those pocket watches out there saying it's too much for mass market and all the bull that they were talking about the PC, the PSVR 2, they keep that same energy. Because I want to see these sons of bitches going, well, I could play Game Pass on the road, $800 is great for me. Oh, really? I want to see all the mass markets because I'm going to tell you right now, go get yourself a Steam Deck. All right. Glynn's with the 2. He goes, Phil's Kitchen. It's raw, Melissa. Great. Bon appetit. They eat it raw. That's what he says. They eat it raw. Phil's Kitchen. This is the kitchen. When Phil walks into the kitchen, it's like this. He goes like, this is what happens when Phil walks in.
Food for to catch a rat.
So we have got rats here.
Rat is all over the place.
that's Phil walking into the Xbox kitchen.
Food for to catch a rat.
So we have got rats here.
Rat is all over the place.
And then here comes Herman Holtz walking into his studios.
The 3 of you are pathetic. You don't care.
I care.
You're way behind, and you haven't got a fucking clue.
There we go. Herman Holtz getting the job done. So I just want to make sure that we're not talking too expensive because they don't say sub $800, sub $1,000. That could be $990. But they're happy because Game Pass is on it. Game Pass is not on the Steam Deck. So what I wanted to just make sure that the price is right for everybody, because I heard, oh, $600 of VR, it's too much. Oh, it's not for mass market. It should be $400. Let's see. I want to see all these Game Pass clowns. You're going to pay $15 a month and then go buy this thing for $900. Let's see. All right? Let's go. So let me show you something with this. Ready? So this thing has Windows on it. And this is where I'm like, yo, the Steam Deck, dude. Where is this thing? What the hell is it? I was watching it. Now I know where the hell it is. Well, this thing has Windows on it. And I'm going to tell you right now, the one thing about the Steam Deck is that the Steam Deck actually has like a smooth operating system on it because it's run off of Linux. And that thing has a Windows operating system on it. You're trying to run Windows with a controller, like, and you got to touch the screen. I was trying to watch, here, I'll show you. Just to kind of show you what it is in action. So apparently, where is this that's not the hands-on though. There it is. So I think that some of the Iron Lords actually got hands on it. But, like, this is the thing. Like, it's running Windows. The RGB lights on there, those are cool, but that's kind of annoying, and especially with battery life. Like, I don't know why you want that. But, like, this is the problem. It has Windows on it. I know it does a lot of cool things, but I'm going to tell you, like, I'm not a, like, look at this. This is how you close tasks out. Like, you run games in the background. Like, you're dealing with the Windows device. And I just, nah, man. That Steam Deck is more streamlined, and the operating system. I was trying to see the UI on this thing, and yeah. Who wants to be dealing with Windows taskbars to close stuff out? So, you know, but shout out to them. They got hands-on. Like, they have some overlay. And I tell you, I love Asus, like, products. Like, products, they're great. Like, I have an Asus ROG here, like a ROG Publica Gamers laptop. Like, it's incredible. I got a previous Asus laptop. I don't doubt that this is going to be a great device, but the problem is the operating system. Like, they should have put an overlay on there, like how Steam has, Steam desktop or Steam remote. Because look, like, you're going to be managing your games and tasks and background tasks with a Windows taskbar. So, look, like that. like, look at this. That's how you're going to close out an application and stuff like that. Like, who wants to do that? And if you have a Steam Deck, you know what I'm talking about, because you that thing is like, well, Windows with the Steam. Steam TV, whatever, it's great. Like, and it just works. But yeah, the fact that they slapped Windows on this thing, and you know the power that Windows pulls, like, it's going to destroy. It's not going to be optimized for portable devices. And that gives you the most power when it's plugged in. But yeah, I was watching some of the stuff, and I just don't like that. That it's like a Windows taskbar. Like, that's how you, like, oh, dude. Not for me right now. But I just see a lot of people excited about this because you could put Game Pass on there, and they said under 1,000. So, dude, it's going to be a laptop, and Windows comes with a tax too on there. So that's another reason why the Steam Deck was cheap, because they were using Linux. They didn't have to pay any kind of those Windows services. Yeah, exactly. SSJ. Like, I'd rather have it in a laptop than dealing with a Windows little device and stuff like that. Like, it's basically a Steam Deck with Windows on it. And you can put Windows on a Steam Deck. But watching them just kind of bounce between apps, and I was watching one of the videos where, and it looks smaller than a Steam Deck. It looks pretty cool. But one of the things is just, a shout out to the Iron Lords over there. They got a hands-on there, which I think they only got their own. Here it was. I think this is Lol Cognito. I think he was playing it. But see, like, yeah, the taskbar down here. Like, like, see, you're playing with a taskbar at the bottom. but it is native. So, but I love my Steam Deck. I think the Steam Deck's great. It's going to be interesting now, this whole like portable device thing that people are going into. But that was just some hardware that's coming out. But I just want to make sure that when the price is announced, everybody is sort of like, mass market. That this is not for mass market, okay, everybody? This will be expensive because this is a Windows computer in a portable, unique configuration. This device will be expensive. It will probably be. There's a reason why they said sub $1,000 because it's probably coming in at $899. It's not coming in no $400.
Yeah, this thing sounds super expensive.
Yeah, this thing's not coming in.
You're not getting that at no $599 Steam Deck price.
No.
Even a $399 price. No.
Yeah, no. I don't. Yeah, that thing is not coming. No, they would have.
Nope.
They said sub 1,000. If it was coming in around the Steam Deck price, they would have said sub like $599 or something like that. There is the reason why they said sub 9,000 because this thing's gonna be as much as a gaming laptop, or like a small portable laptop. Sub 1,000. And again, the problem a lot with the Steam Deck is that the battery life, and the thing is that they have a mode where you can match. Sergeant said $99.99 exactly, sub 1,000. We made it for 1 penny, only a penny. But the thing is too with the Steam Deck with this is that the Steam Deck. It has a 60 frames per second, but also you could do 45 and have the game match the 45 to save battery life. This thing says an OLED at 120 hertz. Dude, you're running a game at 120 hertz. Well, guess what? Your battery is going to, like we've learned this from the Steam Deck. The higher the refresh rate, it's going to pull more, higher refresh rate, higher resolution is going to pull more battery. The battery life of this thing is probably going to be a couple hours, And the fact that it's 50% faster than I'm sure, and it's running Windows on top of it. So the battery utilization, I think, is going to probably be another hindrance of this thing. But I really like Asus ROG, but I just don't like Windows on there. It's not. Asus ROG is not cheap. No, my laptop was like $2,000, and this thing has a 3070 in it. But I love it though. But Asus does make good products, so I think that on that thing. But anyway, that was the last thing on there. But anyway, grinders, I think we got through them all with my voice. I even had a rant in there. So everybody hit that like button, share it out. Tomorrow will be the best day, I guess, for Xbox fans, what they've been waiting for. The CMA will probably say we approve. Will be interesting to see what the concessions are, if there are any, about that. And like I said, this deal was going through. I never said it's not going to go through. I said this deal was going to go through, but the concessions will make this thing not even worth it. And that already happened. So it already happened. The fact that they had to put Call of Duty on a Switch and put Call of Duty everywhere in 10 years and all that other stuff, it made the initial luster of this whole deal go away. And now you could just say that, yay, I got old games in Game Pass. So good. You know what I mean? Old Activision games in Game Pass. But it's going to be very interesting to see where it goes from here. But, good luck to Call of Duty if the deal does go through. But again, tomorrow is just the CMA. Then they're hoping that the CMA is going to probably say yes with concessions, and then everybody's just going to fall into place because they think the FTC, and they're saying that Microsoft doesn't even care about the FTC, which is ridiculous because they need to approve it. But they're like, we're going ahead with it. They're trying to strong arm them into thinking that this will just be a cascading effect. But we will see. We will see. Tomorrow will be probably a fun day, I guess. I don't know. Well, but yeah, it's gonna get. They're desperate. They're willing to do whatever the hell they want to do to get it done. And as Call of Duty players, myself and Frogs, we play it all the time. Frogs plays a lot more than I do. Well, he plays a lot more. I play a lot though. I love Call of Duty, so I don't know. I don't know what the future of Call of Duty is gonna be. All I know is that I am sure the ambitions that they would have had with Call of Duty and the talent is probably going to diminish over the years. And then Xbox is just going to, and like I said, this was a security blanket for Microsoft. That's what this is. This is a way for them to ensure that people will be still making games for them as they slowly become irrelevant in the console space. and in the gaming space. That's what it is.
I agree.
People skipping over their console for games. People, if their console's not selling 30% down year over year and that console doesn't go, who's left to make games for them? That's why they got to secure these publishers to ensure they actually have people that make games making games for them. And it's not just their first party, but they have some big franchises to carry on their relevancy in gaming, because they know if these consoles go less and less, more people will be skipping Xbox. And if they skip Xbox enough, Microsoft's not going to have games for their future, for their cloud. So they need to lock down these publishers to ensure, hey, these sweatshops of publishers right now that just pump out games like Bethesda and these big publishers, they can make games for our services in the future, even when we don't have a console, because a lot of these other dudes, they might skip us now. And we can't earn our way back like we did with the 360 to get things day and date. The thing is that they will make the problem, they want to make consoles. The reason why they're making consoles is to power their cloud. All right? Their cloud is powered by Xboxes. By making Xboxes, developers are making games for Xbox, and those games now become cloud games because they're running off of the same hardware. Well, as the hardware is not moving, some people may skip Xbox and they'll miss out on games, which means they'll miss out on their future cloud. So in order to ensure that they will have people making games for their hardware and their cloud, they need to buy whole-ass publishers, because it's not about bringing a game to you guys out there. They could do that easily. They could have said, hey, you know what? The next Call of Duty is exclusive for a year for Xbox. They could have done that easily, just like they did with Titanfall and everything else. They could have took Star Wars that comes out this week, said exclusive for Xbox. They could have done that. If it was just about bringing games to you guys, they could do it. They did it. It's not about that. It's about securing their future to make sure that somebody's around to make content for their services. And if their hardware can't compete with the hardware of Nintendo and Sony, they know that in that world, they are irrelevant and people will overlook them and they will miss out on content. So in order to secure that future, they need publishers. And that's what it's about. That's why they're buying this. The Bethesda got them a couple of years. Call of Duty's going to give them the next decade. And I don't know what's going to happen to Call of Duty. We'll see. But all I'm going to tell you is anything that changes with Call of Duty, Microsoft's getting all the blame for it. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as Call of Duty does some stupid stuff, they're going to be... And that's why we didn't want them owned by Microsoft. But, hey. Lies heavy is the crown, right? If they want to be the have all these big IPs, well, comes big responsibility and expectations. And they haven't met anybody's expectations, even when there's no expectations. So anyway, Grinders, thank you again for incredible gaming. Grindhouse Frogs, thank you again. I think my voice is parched. I didn't drink anything in the last 3 hours, so that's crazy because I broke my bottle. And Frogs, tell them where to find you. You're back in the swing of things.
Yeah, I'm back in the swing of things. You guys can find me in normal places on Twitter at Frogs Dreams. Let's see what else. Mostly on Twitter. I've been streaming. I haven't been streaming because I just been focused on, just gaming. Just focus on gaming. So at Frogs Dreams on Twitter.
There you go. And you follow me at Jez7780 on Twitter and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Thank you to all the VIPs, new members, and subscribers. Hit that like button on your way out. Grinders, as you're leaving, tip the waiters. And keep it locked here. There'll be some gaming grindhouse later on this week, maybe. Probably some Grinds Bites. And keep it locked here. I'll also be doing some streaming. Definitely I want to do some Dead Island 2 streaming. Maybe Frogs by then will get it, and then we could do that.
That'd be cool.
But yeah. And then we got to play our song, our outro, because guess what, guys? It's all about Game Pass. So with that, good night, everybody. We are out. Quality Flutes and Phil Ness.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2. New games are coming.
How low?